Nestled in the picturesque hills of Oxfordshire, England, lies the Uffington White Horse, an intriguing and majestic figure carved into the landscape. This stunning chalk outline of a horse measures about 110 meters in length and can be seen prominently from surrounding areas, representing one of the most iconic and enigmatic symbols of ancient art in the British Isles. The Uffington White Horse, thought to date back to the late Iron Age, around 1000 to 1600 BCE, stands as a testament to the creativity and craftsmanship of the people who inhabited the region centuries ago. Unlike more typical horse statues or carvings, the White Horse is not just a mere representation. Its design is bold and stylized, characterized by sweeping lines and exaggerated features that lend it a sense of power and grace. This artistic approach gives the figure a unique likeness, embodying a strong symbolic presence in the landscape. While the specific purpose and origin of the White Horse remain subjects of debate, several theories abound, each adding a rich layer to the narrative of this ancient creation. One popular theory suggests that the figure may have served a ceremonial or religious function, representing a deity or spirit linked to the land or the fertility of the area. This notion resonates with many ancient cultures, where animals often played significant roles in spiritual beliefs and practices. Another fascinating possibility is that the Uffington White Horse was created as a marker or a territorial boundary. In ancient times, communities often used large figures or constructs to denote their territory, making their presence known to neighboring tribes or groups. The horse, a symbol of strength, might have been used to signify the might of a particular people or to evoke a sense of pride in their identity. Interestingly, numerous investigations throughout the years suggest that the figure has undergone restoration and maintenance, with a continual need to refresh the chalk of the horse due to natural erosion. Local traditions indicate that periodic whitewashing has been conducted by the local community, suggesting a sense of ownership and care for this historic landmark. This practice not only preserves the figure, but also fosters a deep connection between the people and their heritage. The site where the Uffington White Horse is found is equally captivating. It overlooks the ancient Ridgeway, a route that has been walked by humans for thousands of years, making the surrounding landscape rich in history. This verdant area offers sweeping views of the rolling hills and lush greenery of the Oxfordshire countryside, allowing visitors to reflect on both the natural beauty and the deep cultural significance of the site. It is a place where history and nature intertwine, inviting exploration and contemplation. The Uffington White Horse is not just a static figure. It is part of a broader tapestry of ancient monuments spread across the British Isles. There are other chalk figures and hill carvings in the region, each offering unique insights into the prehistoric people who once roamed these lands. The White Horse may be the most famous of its kind, but it calls to mind a long history of artistry that was prevalent in various ancient cultures, suggesting that the desire to create and communicate through art transcends time. In modern times, the Uffington White Horse has become a beloved landmark, attracting countless visitors each year. People come from near and far to appreciate its scale, beauty, and the mystery that surrounds it. For many, standing before this massive figure is an awe-inspiring experience, leading to the realization of how small they are in relation to the vastness of history and time. Various local legends have emerged around the Uffington White Horse, contributing to its allure. One popular tale involves the suggestion that the horse was created in honor of a mythical hero or warrior, with stories woven from the fabric of folklore and oral tradition. This connection to mythology adds an enchanting layer, inviting imagination and reflection on the lives and beliefs of ancestors. Environmental factors, too, play a role in the enduring presence of the Uffington white horse. The chalk composition allows for a distinctive contrast against the green landscape, especially during periods when the sun casts a gentle glow over the hill. Each season provides a different perspective and ambience. Spring brings vibrant blooms throughout the fields, while autumn paints the scene in warm hues. Each view presents a fresh experience, ushering in a sense of wonder that captivates visitors. The Uffington white horse occupies a special place in artistic culture as well. It has inspired numerous artists, writers, and musicians, all seeking to capture its essence in their creations. From paintings and drawings to poetry, the figure serves as a muse, stimulating creativity and allowing cultural expressions to flourish. Its influence transcends geography, as people from different backgrounds celebrate this unique symbol through their artistic endeavors. As we look toward the future, the Uffington white horse continues to be a focal point for education and preservation. Efforts are being made to better understand this remarkable site by engaging archaeologists, historians, and community members. By embracing newer technologies, such as ground-penetrating radar and aerial surveys, we may uncover more information regarding its creation and significance in the landscape. This exploration offers the potential for new discoveries, further illuminating the lives and culture of those who walked this land long ago. The Uffington white horse remains a captivating sight that transcends its physical presence. It serves as a bridge connecting modern society with ancient traditions, inviting exploration, curiosity, and reflection. Filled with mystery, it encourages us to ponder our own place within the continuum of history and inspires us to celebrate both art and the enduring human spirit in our quest to leave a mark on the world. Whether viewed from afar or experienced up close, the Uffington white horse stands proud, inviting all who encounter it to share in its story. The Piri Reis map, created in 1513 by the Ottoman admiral and cartographer Piri Reis, has captivated historians and enthusiasts for centuries. Upon its discovery in the early 20th century, this remarkable document presented a tantalizing riddle. How could a map from the early 16th century depict such intriguing geographical detail? One of the most astonishing aspects of the Piri Reis map is its inclusion of large portions of the Americas and parts of the African coastline, showcasing a level of accuracy that seems almost impossible for its time. The map certainly raises questions about the sources and knowledge available to Reis and the civilizations before him. Some scholars believe that Reis may have had access to ancient maps, including those from the time of Alexander the Great or even earlier, which could explain the level of detail presented. Perhaps the most fascinating anomaly of the map is its representation of Antarctica. The lower part of the map contains a depiction that some claim could, in fact, represent the coastline of Antarctica, which was not officially discovered until the 19th century. This has led to much speculation about how someone in the 1500s could have accurately illustrated a landmass that was buried under ice. Some theories suggest that the ancient civilizations may have had advanced knowledge of the continent, perhaps even wandering its uniced coastline thousands of years earlier. In addition to Antarctica, the map also displays parts of South America, including the recognizable outline of Brazil, accurately portraying its geographical features with remarkable precision. Nearby regions, such as the Andes mountain range, are also depicted, giving insight into Reis's understanding of the terrain. What makes the Piri Reis map even more intriguing is its incorporation of various sources, including naval records, traveler accounts, and even reports from explorers of the time. It is a jigsaw puzzle of geographical knowledge, bringing together the experiences of different cultures. The blending of these accounts suggests a shared understanding of the world that prompts further inquiry into the cultural exchanges that occurred long before the age of exploration and globalization. Historians continue to sift through the mysteries of the Piri Reis map, piecing together the clues left behind. The accuracy of the map, particularly in the representation of coastlines and landforms, poses a challenge to the conventional understanding of chart-making in the early 1500s. What was the method behind the creation of a map that appears to defy both time and technology? Another anomaly worth mentioning is the peculiar representation of different celestial formations on the map. In many places, we find cartographic symbols depicting star constellations and other astronomical features. This inclusion hints at a sophisticated understanding of navigation that combined both geography and celestial science. The ability to navigate by the stars has been a part of human culture since ancient times. The usage of celestial charts alongside geographical ones illustrates a harmonizing of different branches of knowledge, suggesting that Reis, or his sources, had a comprehensive view of navigation as a skill integrated into everyday life. The Piri Reis map has sparked a myriad of theories about what civilizations existed and thrived before recorded history. Some proponents of these theories argue that established cultures, perhaps Atlantean or even other ancient civilizations, possessed advanced navigational skills that allowed them to explore and map the world in ways lost to time. This idea, while met with skepticism by some historians, stirs the imagination and encourages a view of human history that accounts for more than traditional narratives. As you delve deeper into the intricacies of the Piri Reis map, consider how it might serve as a metaphor for the boundless curiosity and exploration of the human spirit. Our ancestors ventured into the unknown, pushing the boundaries of geographical knowledge and mapping the world of their time. They laid down the foundations for future explorers who would build upon those early maps, not just for the sake of navigation, but for the joy of discovery itself. One cannot ignore the artistry involved in cartography, as reflected in the Piri Reis map. It is both a scientific document and a beautiful work of art, rich with colorful illustrations, detailed drawings, and elegant scripts. It captures the essence of a time when maps were not just tools, but treasures, awe-inspiring pieces of art that held stories and secrets of the world. In recounting the details of the Piri Reis map, it is essential to recognize the implications that arise regarding the interconnectedness of cultures. Ancient mariners, scientists, and explorers exchanged knowledge in ways that transcended boundaries, forming a rich tapestry of shared understanding about the world. Each element of the map, from its coastlines to its celestial markers, invites us to reflect on the collective effort of humanity in understanding the Earth. As we explore the landscapes and histories intertwined within the Piri Reis map, let us remain open to the mysteries it presents. The anomalies within the map not only challenge contemporary historical perspectives, but also ignite the flames of curiosity that push us to explore. Just as the creators of this map sought to express their understanding of the world, we too can embark on our own quest for knowledge, where ancient secrets await just beyond the horizon of discovery. In the summer of 1518, the people of Strasbourg, then part of the Holy Roman Empire, were swept up in an extraordinary event known as the Dancing Plague. This bizarre occurrence captured the attention of historians and curious minds for centuries and remains an enigma today. The story unfolds in the streets of Strasbourg, where residents found themselves caught in a captivating and alarming frenzy of movement. It all began with one woman, Frau Trophea, who stepped into the city streets and began to dance. At first, it seemed harmless, a simple expression of joy, or perhaps a spontaneous celebration. However, what transpired next was unlike anything anyone had ever witnessed. Instead of stopping, Frau Trophea continued to dance, her movements becoming frantic and uncontrollable. Within days, others were drawn into the spell, and soon a crowd formed. A seemingly spontaneous dance party erupted, but this was no ordinary gathering. Men, women, and children joined in, their feet moving seemingly of their own accord. They twirled and leapt, lost in a trance that left them breathless and weary. Some danced for hours on end, while others succumbed to exhaustion. Reports indicate that many danced until they collapsed from sheer fatigue, and a disturbing number of participants succumbed to the physical toll of this strange phenomenon. Authorities were baffled by this sudden wave of dancing mania. Local officials, including the city council, attempted to intervene by calling in physicians and healers, hoping to curtail what they thought might be an infectious disease. After all, it wasn't just a handful of people. It was hundreds, and there seemed to be no end in sight. However, the doctors of Strasbourg could find no apparent medical explanation. Theories ranged from ergot poisoning, attributed to a hallucinogenic mold that grows on damp rye, to mass hysteria fueled by social and economic pressures of the time. As days turned into weeks, the dancing epidemic continued unabated. The city leaders, desperate for a solution, resorted to extreme measures. They believed that if they created a space for the dancers to express their chaotic energy, it might quell the storm raging within them. So, they constructed a wooden stage and even hired musicians to entertain the dancers, thinking that perhaps a bit of structure would help focus their fervor. Unfortunately, this only seemed to exacerbate the situation, encouraging even more people to join the still-growing throng. The dancing plague of 1518 is not just a tale of local oddity. It reflects the complexities of human psychology in times of social distress. The people of Strasbourg faced significant hardships during this period, including economic instability and the aftermath of a harsh winter. Some historians suggest that this collective phenomenon could have been a manifestation of widespread anxiety, a release for frustrations that found no other outlet. In times when communities are under strain, strange behaviors can emerge as people seek to cope with their realities. As the summer progressed, accounts indicate that the dance fad lost momentum. Participants, worn out from relentless movements, slowly returned to their normal lives. Many legends sprung up around this event, each attempting to explain the phenomenon in its own way. Some considered it a curse or even divine punishment, while others speculated that it was a ritualistic dance that had spiraled out of control. The truth, however, may be far less theatrical and tied instead to the collective human experience of anxiety and stress. Despite the many theories, the true nature of the dancing plague of 1518 remains shrouded in mystery. It serves as a fascinating look at how individuals might respond in unison to shared feelings of unease and vulnerability. This event stands as a stark reminder of the delicate balance of community influence and personal behavior. It invites modern observers to reflect on the nature of fears and joys experienced within the context of societal pressures. Today, the story of the dancing plague continues to resonate, even as it raises questions around mental health societal interactions, and the rituals that define communities. It reminds us of the unpredictability of human behavior and the depth of experiences shared among individuals. Time and distance have not diminished the intrigue surrounding that summer in Strasbourg, where hundreds danced the days away, and historians and curious minds continue to seek the answers behind this peculiar moment in history. This strange chapter evokes a sense of wonder about human nature and the ways in which cultures can sometimes find unity through the most unexpected means. The echoes of the past can still be felt as we recognize the complexities of life, our emotional responses, and the surprising situations that can arise when communities come together, albeit in such an unconventional manner. The dancing plague of 1518 remains a vivid part of our collective memory, serving as a unique lens through which to examine the intricacies of society and human behavior. In the early 20th century, one man embarked on a quest that would capture the imagination of adventurers and historians alike. Percy Fawcett, a British geographer, archaeologist, and artillery officer, became captivated by the idea of an ancient civilization hidden deep within the Amazon rainforest. This legendary place, which he called the City of Z, promised untold mysteries and treasures of a lost world. Fawcett's fascination with the Amazon was not merely driven by dreams of glory or wealth. Instead, he was deeply intrigued by the historical accounts, suggesting that sophisticated civilizations once thrived in this lush, expansive jungle. These civilizations were believed to have built intricate cities, advanced in both culture and architecture, long before European contact. Fawcett's explorations were fueled by these tales of ancient cities that existed in harmony with nature, highly organized societies that have since vanished without a trace. His journeys into the Amazon began in 1906 and showcased a remarkable spirit of adventure and relentless determination. Fawcett meticulously navigated the dense foliage of the rainforest, often facing extreme challenges such as treacherous terrain, unpredictable weather, and the lurking threat of dangerous wildlife. Yet, despite these formidable obstacles, his explorations yielded fascinating discoveries. He documented tribal cultures, wildlife, and the rich biodiversity of the region, all while mapping uncharted territories. Fawcett's most notable expedition took place in 1920, fueled by a deep-seated belief that hidden within the Amazon was a long-lost civilization that would ultimately rewrite history. He posited that the City of Z was a place filled with grand structures, possibly made of stone, and that its discovery could prove that the jungle was once home to a flourishing society capable of grand architecture. This belief was revolutionary, as it challenged the prevailing view that the Amazon was largely devoid of large, complex societies. With his son, Jack, and friend, Raleigh Rimmel, Fawcett set out on what would become his final expedition in 1925. His mission, to find the legendary City of Z. Equipped for months of exploration, the trio ventured deep into the heart of the jungle, where civilization faded and the wild took over. Fawcett's extensive training as an explorer prepared him for the harsh conditions and dangers of the Amazon, yet the unknown called to him more than any peril could deter. As they journeyed further, they encountered indigenous tribes, their customs, and ways of life that had survived for generations, operating both in harmony and tension with the encroaching modern world. Fawcett often took notes of their languages, cultures, and stories, hoping to weave a narrative that brought to life the people of the rainforest and the legends that surrounded them. But the expedition slowly became a mystery of its own. After Fawcett and his team entered the jungle, they seemingly vanished without a trace. The world outside awaited news of their adventure as days turned into weeks, but no messages ever came. This disappearance sparked interest and intrigue across the globe, birthing a legend that would endure for decades. Numerous search parties ventured into the depths of the jungle, hoping to uncover Fawcett's fate, but the rainforest is unforgiving, guarding its secrets closely. For many, the story didn't simply end with Fawcett's disappearance. It instead inspired generations of explorers, drawn by the allure of the unknown. His belief in the city of Z echoed through the hearts of adventurers who thought of lost civilizations and hidden treasures. Some expeditions attempted to retrace his steps. Others sought to decipher where the explorer may have traveled. Various theories emerged, some suggesting that Fawcett fell victim to hostile tribes, while others speculated that perhaps he simply succumbed to the harsh realities of the Amazon rainforest. Fawcett's legacy endured and transformed. His journal entries, filled with hope and descriptions of the ancient civilization he envisioned, fueled imaginations and influenced opinions about the capabilities of ancient societies in the Amazon. The belief that an advanced culture could thrive in such an environment began to gain traction among scholars. Archaeological finds in the years following supported ideas that the region was home to remarkable societies that crafted complex structures long before European colonization. Today, the tale of Percy Fawcett and the quest for the city of Z is often revisited in literature, film, and documentaries, intertwining fact with fiction and igniting the spark of exploration in many hearts. The Amazon rainforest continues to be a realm filled with secrets, where new discoveries are made frequently, showcasing evidence of human habitation much earlier than previously believed. The legend of Percy Fawcett and his search serves as a reminder that history is often more intricate than it appears, and that the quest for understanding the past is an adventure in itself. As we reflect on Fawcett's journey, we are reminded that the thirst for exploration remains a driving force within humanity. The mysteries of the Amazon still beckon wanderers to seek the unknown, to challenge the boundaries of knowledge, and to revive the spirit of those who dared to dream of a lost city. Although Percy Fawcett did not emerge from the rainforest, his story lives on, encouraging others to explore the intricacies of our world, to uncover its profound tales, and to appreciate the beauty of an age-old longing for discovery. The Mary Celeste was a merchant ship famously discovered adrift in the Atlantic Ocean in December 1872. The ship, originally launched in 1861, had a storied history before it became the focus of intrigue and mystery. It was built in Spencer's Island, Nova Scotia, and initially sailed under various trading routes. However, the ship's legacy changed radically when it encountered the peculiar fate known as the Abandonment. On its last voyage, the Mary Celeste was sailing from New York to Genoa, Italy, carrying a cargo of denatured alcohol. Aboard were Captain Benjamin Briggs, his wife Sarah, their 2-year-old daughter Sophia, and a crew of 7 hard-working men. Sailing on a sunny day, the ship made a good start. However, as they moved through the deep waters, a series of unknown events unfurled, ultimately leading to an eerie absence. What makes the story of the Mary Celeste so captivating is the manner in which it was discovered. It was found on December 5, 1872, when the brig Dea Gracia spotted the ship, sailing unaccompanied in the Atlantic, about 600 miles from the Azores Islands. The crew of the Dea Gracia boarded the Mary Celeste to investigate, anticipating that they might find the crew hard at work or perhaps taking a break during their journey. Instead, they encountered an overwhelming mystery. The cabins were intact, the ship was seaworthy, and the cargo remained secure. What bewildered the crew of the Dea Gracia was the absence of the entire crew, along with the captain's family. The dining table was set for a meal, but there was no one in sight. Additionally, personal items, navigational equipment, and valuable cargo were all left untouched, which is quite perplexing, given that one would expect the crew to take essentials with them if they were to abandon ship. One of the most notable features was the ship's lifeboat. The lifeboat had been launched, but was missing, a significant clue that prompted numerous theories about what might have taken place. Why would a crew abandon a well-equipped ship in the midst of the Atlantic with no sign of distress? The ship had an operational pump, indicating that there was no imminent threat from water damage. News of the Mary Celeste quickly spread, captivating the public's imagination. Journalists and amateur sleuths speculated endlessly about the cause of the crew's disappearance. Some suggested piracy, but the untouched cargo contradicted that theory. Others believed that perhaps the crew had encountered a sudden storm or a considerable wave, leading them to panic and flee in the lifeboat. Another theory regarded the possibility of the crew's encounter with toxic fumes from the denatured alcohol, which could have caused disorientation and confusion. However, no evidence was found to support such radical claims. The ship and its contents were remarkably in order, and there was no sign of struggle or violence. One can only wonder what went on in the minds of those who abandoned the ship. Through the years, the Mary Celeste has been celebrated in literature, provoking a sense of the unknown that keeps people intrigued to this day. Several fictional accounts and cultural references have stemmed from its legacy. The mystery itself taps into a basic human curiosity, the urge to explain the inexplicable. Why could an entire crew vanish without even a clue left behind? Many speculative theories developed across the globe involving supernatural elements. Some posited that the crew may have encountered strange lights in the sky, or perhaps been affected by mystical forces. Others suggested they might have been victims of an ancient curse that befall the ship, since the name Mary Celeste itself evokes varying emotions and stories in different cultures. Perceptions of the Mary Celeste have manifested in films, books, and documentaries, where storytellers fuse facts with imagination. The combination of history and ghostly elements mingling together creates a powerful narrative. Artistic interpretations of the ship and its crew often invoke a sense of melancholy, enigma, and even allure. In the 20th century, investigations continued, as maritime historians and researchers attempted to unravel the truth. Researchers painstakingly examined nautical logs and accounts from other ships in the area at the time. Even today, modern maritime archaeologists and historians delve into similar case studies of unexplained disappearances at sea, often drawing parallels with the extraordinary fate of the Mary Celeste. Despite ongoing speculation, there has been no definitive conclusion about the fate of the crew. The abandoned Mary Celeste is often viewed as an enigma wrapped in a riddle, an unresolvable puzzle that has captivated minds for over a century. The legacy of the ship is not merely about the mystery itself, but also reflects human resilience and curiosity about the unknown. In conclusion, the story of the Mary Celeste sits at the intersection of reality and myth, evolving through time with each retelling. Whether it serves as a cautionary tale or a lesson in the limits of understanding, it continues to remind us that some stories may never fully reveal their secrets. The ship is as much a vessel of unanswered questions as it was a means of transport, destined to navigate the seas of history and remain forever a part of our collective imagination. In the misty landscapes of northern Europe, intriguingly preserved human remains known as bog bodies have been discovered. captivating archaeologists and historians alike. These ancient remains come from a period stretching back to the Iron Age, roughly between 800 BCE and 200 CE, and they offer a remarkable glimpse into the lives and rituals of early Iron Age societies. The term bog bodies refers to human cadavers that have been naturally mummified and preserved in peat bogs. Peat, a type of dense, waterlogged soil found in marshy areas, creates a unique environment that inhibits decomposition. This is achieved due to the acidity of the environment and the lack of oxygen, conditions that remarkably preserve delicate features of the human body. As a result, some of these bodies have surfaced with skin, hair, and even fingernails intact, allowing scientists to study their physical and sometimes even emotional characteristics. One of the most famous bog bodies is that of Tolland Man, discovered in Denmark in 1950. This remarkably preserved individual dates back to around 400 BCE. With a serene face, he appears to be merely sleeping, a haunting reminder of the human experience from millennia ago. A small leather pouch found with him contained a few simple items, suggesting he may have participated in some form of ritual or offering. Alongside Tolland Man, another significant find is that of the Groball Man, unearthed in Denmark in 1952. Similar in appearance and condition to Tolland Man, Groball Man also bore signs of a violent end, with a deep cut to his throat. These injuries lead researchers to speculate about the possibility of ritual sacrifices that may have been performed in ancient cultures, as they reflect on the social and spiritual practices of their time. The phenomenon of bog bodies extends beyond Denmark. In Ireland, the discovery of the Lindo Man in 1984 shed light on another intriguing aspect of these historical figures. Lindo Man, like his counterparts, was found with remarkable detail. His hair and even stomach contents provided evidence of what he had eaten shortly before his demise. This body exhibited unique features that led scientists to study the diet and lifestyle of ancient peoples in the British Isles, showing that he was likely a person of status within his community. The preservation of these ancient bodies raises numerous questions about their identity and fate. What can their physical condition tell us about their lives, and what rituals were connected to their burials? Some theories suggest that these individuals were victims of sacrifices to gods, a method of ensuring good fortune for their tribes. Researchers continue to debate the motivations behind their deaths, linking them to the ancient beliefs that permeated society at that time. What makes bog bodies so captivating is not just their well-preserved nature, but also the stories they carry with them. Each discovery gives insight into the cultural practices, societal structures, and even the fashion of ancient peoples. For example, the textiles found with these individuals have revealed details about the clothing styles of their time, with intricate patterns and techniques that showcase their craftsmanship. Modern scientific analysis techniques also contribute to our understanding of these ancient remains. The use of radiocarbon dating has allowed for more accurate dating of the finds, while DNA analysis can offer clues about the genetic heritage of the individual. This research connects us to our distant ancestors, revealing how they lived, what they believed, and how they interacted with their environment. There is also a fascinating intersection between archaeology and mythology when it comes to bog bodies. Many cultures have folklore that speaks of ancient spirits residing in bogs, or consider these wetlands sacred. The discovery of a bog body often ignites conversations about ancestral connections and spiritual legacies, bridging the gap between past and present. The debate surrounding bog bodies does not merely rest on their origin and purpose, but delves into ethical considerations of how these remains should be treated. As we learn more about these ancient lives, it becomes crucial to approach them with respect, acknowledging the cultural significance they hold for descendants of these early societies. As we reflect on the Bog Bodies of Europe, we are confronted with the enduring mystery of human existence. These preserved figures connect us to a time long forgotten, reminding us of our shared humanity. The questions surrounding their lives invite us to ponder the rituals, beliefs, and societal dynamics of ancient cultures, all of which color the historical tapestry that binds us. In summary, the Bog Bodies provide a fascinating insight into an enigmatic past. From their remarkable preservation to the rich narratives they suggest, these relics serve as a poignant reminder of the people who once walked the earth. Every discovery is a piece of a larger puzzle, a puzzle that continues to intrigue and inspire us as we search for connections to our ancestors and the stories they hold. Through science, archaeology, and a little imagination, we can honor their legacy and explore the depths of human history recorded within the depths of these oxygen-poor, shadowy bogs. The Green Sahara Mystery is a fascinating subject that explores the transformation of one of the world's largest deserts from a verdant oasis to an arid landscape. Thousands of years ago, the Sahara was far from the dry, sandy expanse we know today. Instead, it was a lush environment, teeming with life, rivers, and vibrant ecosystems. The evidence of this greener past can be found in ancient rock art and fossils scattered throughout the region. As researchers and archaeologists delve into the caves and cliffs of the Sahara, they uncover stunning depictions of wildlife that once roamed these lands. Paintings on rock walls illustrate herds of elephants, giraffes, and antelopes, all indicative of a thriving ecosystem. These artworks are not mere relics of human creativity, but vital historical documents that hint at a climate very different from the present-day Sahara. The fossils found in the region add another layer to this enthralling narrative. Remains of fish, crocodiles, and hippos have been discovered in what are now barren areas, suggesting that large bodies of water once covered substantial portions of the Sahara. These fossil records point to a time when the climate was much milder, with rainfall nourishing a landscape abundant in greenery. So what caused such a dramatic shift in the environment? The answers remain a mystery, though scientists have proposed several theories. One prominent idea revolves around Earth's natural cycles. The tilt and orbit of the Earth change over thousands of years, influencing climate patterns across the globe. This phenomenon, known as Milankovitch cycles, suggests that the Sahara once experienced a series of wet and dry phases, shifting between lush landscapes and arid desert conditions over millennia. Around 6,000 years ago, many researchers believe climatic changes led to a rapid desiccation of the Sahara, a significant reduction in monsoon rains, essential for sustaining plant life, could have turned the once fertile region into the desert we see today. These changes would have drastically altered animal migration patterns and the lifestyles of the humans who inhabited the area. The impact of this transformation would echo through time, influencing cultures and civilizations. Explorations into ancient human life during this verdant period intrigue anthropologists. The presence of prehistoric communities in the Sahara is evidenced by tools and remains, suggesting these peoples adapted well to their surroundings. Archaeological digs reveal structures and artifacts, shedding light on how they lived off the abundant resources available, from hunting to gathering. It is a window into a society deeply connected to nature, thriving in an environment that seems almost mythical today. One unique aspect of this topic is the interaction between humans and environment. The shift from a green landscape to a desert would have forced communities to evolve and adapt. Movements towards agriculture, trade, and migration possibly became necessary as resources dwindled. The legacy of these ancient peoples might still resonate among the cultures we see scattered across North Africa today. The story of the Sahara is not just one of climatic changes, but also the resilience of life. Despite the challenges imposed by an unforgiving environment, flora and fauna have adapted. Remarkably, some species have evolved remarkable strategies for survival under extreme conditions. For instance, certain plants have developed deep root systems that allow them to access underground water sources, demonstrating the tenacity of life even in the harshest environments. Modern technology has allowed for significant advancements in our understanding of this ancient mystery. Satellite imagery and climate modeling have provided new insights, revealing how landscapes have shifted and migrated over time. These tools help scientists visualize the Sahara not just as a desert, but as an ever-evolving canvas shaped by natural forces. Moreover, the implications of the Green Sahara extend beyond mere curiosity. Understanding the past climatic conditions aids scientists in making predictions about future climate scenarios. It raises important questions about how current climate change might create new deserts or transform existing ecosystems. The Sahara stands as a powerful example of how nature continuously reshapes itself, reminding us of our planet's dynamic history. In conclusion, the Green Sahara mystery invites us to explore the intersection of climate, life, and human history. As we sift through rock art and fossil evidence, we begin to appreciate a world much different from our own. The mystery encourages us to wonder not only about ancient landscapes, but also about our ongoing relationship with the Earth. Each discovery along this journey offers a glimpse into the resilience of life and the intricate tapestry of existence that links us to our planet's past. The Nazca lines of Peru are one of the world's most intriguing archaeological wonders. Sprawled across the arid plains of the Nazca Desert, these gigantic geoglyphs can only be fully appreciated from the sky. The sheer size of these drawings is breathtaking, ranging from simple lines to intricate figures that extend hundreds of meters. Imagine standing on the ground and looking at what appears to be a barren expanse of earth, only to learn that deep within it lie remarkable designs that tell a story beyond time. Discovered in the early 20th century, but thought to have originated between 500 BCE and 500 CE, the Nazca lines consist of about 800 straight lines, 300 geometric shapes, and over 70 animal and plant figures. These include representations of a hummingbird, spider, monkey, and even a whale. Each figure is crafted from depressions in the Earth's surface, created by removing the top layer of reddish-brown stones to reveal the lighter soil underneath. This method has preserved the lines remarkably well over centuries. One of the most fascinating aspects of the Nazca lines is the mystery surrounding their purpose. Archaeologists, historians, and enthusiasts have proposed a variety of theories. Some believe these grand drawings served astronomical functions, as the alignment of certain patterns appears to coincide with celestial events, such as solstices and equinoxes. This suggests that the Nazca people may have had a deep understanding of astronomy, possibly using these figures for ceremonial purposes. Others suggest that the lines were made as part of religious practices, perhaps created to please deities or spirits associated with agriculture and water. Given that the Nazca culture thrived in a remarkably arid environment, the presence of water was vital for their survival. Theories abound that these large-scale creations sought to attract rainfall, serving as ancient appeals to the powers they revered. Additionally, some scientists assert that the lines may have had social or political function. They possibly served as paths or routes for people to follow during important events or gatherings, emphasizing their cultural significance. Imagine traversing the earth, participating in rituals, or simply celebrating life on a grand scale, marked by these vast drawings. The construction of the Nazca lines requires remarkable skill and cooperation. The creators must have possessed a keen understanding of geography and a strong sense of communal effort. Imagine teams of people working collectively, measuring distances and ensuring the accuracy of designs that would ultimately be viewed from an aerial perspective. The collaborative spirit likely brought communities together, deepening their connections to one another and their environment. As we contemplate the Nazca lines, we might also reflect on the technology available at that time. With no airplanes to survey their creations, the Nazca people likely used makeshift tools, perhaps relying on simple poles to measure distances or employing their keen observational skills to create the large figures accurately. This invites us to marvel at their ingenuity and resourcefulness in achieving what many consider an architectural marvel. Today, the Nazca lines face various challenges, including erosion, climate change, and human activity. Efforts to preserve this cultural heritage site play a crucial role in maintaining the lines for future generations. Concerted conservation initiatives strive to protect the area and ensure that these remarkable creations endure. It enhances our appreciation for the rich tapestry of human expression and the artistic endeavors of ancient civilizations. Visitors from around the globe are drawn to this enigmatic landscape, often taking flights over the lines to witness the designs firsthand. Imagine soaring above the desert, gazing down at the vast, intricate figures etched into the land, each telling a story steeped in mystery and wonder. The experience is akin to stepping back into history, connecting with the ancient spirits and cultures that once thrived in this remarkable region. As we consider the connection between the Nazca lines and their contemporary significance, it is worth pondering what they teach us about our relationship with the earth. The great figures remind us of the capacity of human creativity and the desire to leave marks on the world. Living in a fast-paced, modern society can disconnect us from nature and history. The Nazca lines encourage us to consider our legacies, the stories we wish to tell, and how we connect with the landscapes that surround us. In conclusion, the Nazca lines remind us of the complexities of ancient civilizations, the interplay between nature and humanity, and the mysteries that continue to captivate our imagination. They invite us to explore theories and meanings, endorsing a deeper understanding of our past. These gigantic earth drawings are not merely remnants of a lost culture, but rather they are the whispers of a time long gone, captivating souls and stirring curiosity, just as they have for centuries. Each observer leaves with a sense of wonder, inspired by the majestic lines and their story that transcends time and space. The Nazca lines stand as a testament to human creativity, making a mark on the earth that continues to spark intrigue and fascination worldwide. Nestled in the picturesque hills surrounding Granada, Spain, lies the fascinating story of the lead books of Sacromonte. These enigmatic tablets, inscribed with mysterious religious messages, have captured the attention of historians, archaeologists, and scholars for centuries. Their origin dates back to the late 16th century, and they were discovered in the mid-17th century, adding layers of intrigue to their narrative. The lead books themselves are composed of thin sheets of lead, an unusual medium for inscriptions, typically reserved for stone or parchment. These tablets are believed to represent the writings of early Christians, shedding light on the religious practices in the region during a tumultuous period when faith was often intertwined with power and politics. The inscriptions are primarily in Latin, with some sections in Spanish, and they recount the lives of early Christian figures, particularly focusing on Saint Cecilia. One of the captivating aspects of these tablets is the blend of history and myth within their texts. The narratives they contain speak of miraculous events, angelic visits, and the early spread of Christianity in the Iberian Peninsula. The message of hope and devotion resonates through the inscriptions, reflecting a time filled with fervent belief and the struggle against persecution. Imagine reading about how believers came together, overcoming adversity, and finding solace in their faith during challenging times. Such stories provide a glimpse into the resilience of the human spirit and fuel the imagination with vivid images of the past. However, despite the allure of the lead books, their authenticity has been a subject of heated debate. Experts have engaged in extensive analysis and research, weighing evidence from historical accounts and the materials used in the tablets. Some assert that the inscriptions are genuine artifacts of early Christian Spain, while others argue they are products of a later period created to bolster local religious claims and heritage. This ongoing discourse emphasizes how the realm of history is often as complex and layered as the texts themselves. The controversy surrounding the lead books raises intriguing questions about the nature of authenticity and the motivations behind the creation of historical artifacts. How much of history is shaped by the desire to connect with the past or to foster a shared identity within a community? The fact that the lead books of Sacromonte could either be genuine relics from the early Christian era or clever forgeries exemplifies the struggle between faith and skepticism that permeates much of historical inquiry. There is also a fascinating cultural context surrounding the discovery of these books. In the 17th century, when they emerged, Spain was under the rule of the Catholic monarchy, and religious authority was fiercely maintained. This period of the Spanish Inquisition highlights a profound environment of faith, where authenticity could be both revered and questioned. The lead books became embedded within this context, serving as a potential tool for reaffirming religious narratives, while also stirring controversy amongst intellectuals of the time. The setting of Sacromonte adds another layer to this captivating tale. The Sacromonte district in Granada, with its stunning natural landscape and rich history, has long been a place of pilgrimage and reverence. The caves where the lead books were found were used by early Christians for worship, further amplifying the connection between the physical location and the spiritual significance of the artifact. Picture the tranquil caves, nestled in the hillside, once echoing with the voices of worshippers, seeking solace and connection in the darkness. The juxtaposition of serene surroundings and fervent beliefs enriches the history of these tablets. In addition, the impact of the lead books of Sacromonte extends beyond mere historical curiosity. They are a lens through which we can examine our understanding of faith, identity, and the pursuit of truth. The dialogues generated by their existence prompt us to consider how we interpret and value historical narratives. In a world where information is abundant yet often contested, the questions raised by the lead books resonate with contemporary discussions about the nature of truth in our societal landscapes. The lead books of Sacromonte serve not only as artifacts, but as catalysts for deeper exploration into our past. They encourage us to ponder the motivations behind our narratives, challenge us to seek authenticity in our understanding of history, and invite us to connect with the collective human experience that transcends time and place. In weaving together the stories of faith, identity, and conflict. These tablets remind us of the enduring nature of belief and the shared legacy that binds us as individuals and communities. As you explore the remarkable tale of the lead books, reflect on the layers of meaning they hold. Imagine being in a time when such writings could influence the course of faith, identity, and history. Consider the parallels between the struggles of those who lived in the past and the challenges we face today in navigating our beliefs and narratives. Ultimately, the legacy of the lead books of Sacromonte is not just in their inscriptions, but in the conversations they inspire and the connections they forge across time and culture. As we ponder these ancient texts, we recognize the timelessness of human experience, the thirst for understanding, and the quest for meaning that unites us all. The Sator Square is an intriguing and enigmatic Latin word square that has captivated historians, linguists, and puzzle enthusiasts for centuries. This unusual arrangement of words forms a perfect square, consisting of 5 lines of 5 letters each. When you look closely, you'll see that it reads the same both horizontally and vertically, creating a fascinating interplay of letters that can leave you pondering its secrets. The words contained within the Sator Square are Sator, Arapo, Tenet, Opera, and Rotus. When arranged correctly, they create a palindrome of sorts. The neat symmetry and arrangement of these words have led many to speculate about their origins and meanings. The first term, Sator, translates to sower or farmer, while Arepo is a name or perhaps a reference to a plow. Tenet means holds or keeps, and opera means work or task. The last word, rotas, translates to wheels. This word formation opens up a wealth of interpretations. One common interpretation suggests a philosophical meaning, with the terms collectively reflecting a cycle of agriculture, or perhaps the interconnectedness of fate and work. The imagery of the sower, the act of plowing, and the motion of wheels can evoke thoughts about the rhythms of life and the continuous cycle of planting and harvesting. Throughout history, the Sator Square has appeared across Europe in various archaeological sites, catacombs, and churches, often in locations that hint at religious or spiritual significance. Its presence in these diverse sites further fuels speculation about its purpose. Some have proposed that it served as a protective charm or an amulet, believed to safeguard individuals or places. It has even been associated with early Christian symbolism, where the square might have signified faith and the divine order of the universe. The mystique surrounding the Sator Square is heightened by its appearances in literature and art. It has inspired poets, authors, and artists, fascinated by its beauty and mystery. From medieval manuscripts to contemporary works, its allure spans centuries, suggesting that it possesses a timeless quality that resonates with the human experience. Yet even as it continues to emerge in cultural expressions, its true purpose remains elusive. Moreover, the Sator Square has sparked numerous cryptographic endeavors, encouraging enthusiasts to explore its various possibilities. For instance, some have theorized about its connections to ancient languages and codes, considering how these 5 words might relate to one another, or how they could form secret messages. The quest to decode its meaning has led to endless debates and discussions, particularly concerning the order and significance of each term. As we consider the Sator Square's presence in popular culture, it reflects a deeper yearning for understanding the unknown. Each time a new explorer or scholar approaches the Sator Square, they bring with them fresh perspectives and interpretations, eager to unravel the thread of meaning woven into this ancient artifact. The Sator Square symbolizes not only the mysteries of language and literature, but also our eternal curiosity about the human condition and its complexity. Interestingly, The puzzle-like nature of the Sator Square lends itself to various games and activities. Puzzle enthusiasts have made use of its structure to create engaging challenges, often inviting participants to join in its exploration. This interactive element enhances our connection to the square, transforming it from an object of study into an experience of discovery. You might imagine gathering with friends or family, analyzing the square together, sharing insights and theories about its meaning, and generating lively discussions as you dissect its elements. Wow! As thoughts collide, you uncover new angles and interpretations that you hadn't considered before, complicating or confirming existing beliefs. In recent years, the Sator Square has also found a place in the realm of digital creativity. Artists and designers have used its striking symmetry and aesthetic appeal to create visual interpretations that honor its historical roots while engaging new audiences. The minimalist nature of the square allows for some truly inventive designs, combining its ancient relevance with contemporary expression. One engaging approach is to incorporate the Sator Square into personal reflection or journaling activities, pondering the implications of each term and their potential connections to your own life experiences. Reflecting on the concepts of labor, cycles, and intentionality can lead to profound insights that resonate with your individual journey. Despite the ongoing interest in deciphering the Sator in the Sator Square, it is the questions it raises that perhaps carry the most weight. What does it mean to sow seeds in our lives? How do we define our work? And what are the wheels that keep our daily existence turning? By contemplating these questions, we allow the Sator Square to serve as a catalyst for introspection and discussion. In its essence, the Sator Square is more than a puzzle. It is a reflection of humanity's quest for meaning, connection, and understanding throughout time. As we engage with it, whether through study, creative endeavors, or thoughtful discussion, we join a long line of those who have sought to uncover its truths, making the Sator Square a timeless emblem of our enduring fascination with language and mystery. Deep in the heart of one of the ancient civilizations of the world lies a fascinating piece of history that continues to intrigue archaeologists, historians, and art enthusiasts alike. Welcome to Shahr-e Sukhteh, also known as the Burnt City, a remarkable site located in present-day Iran. This site is renowned for its sophisticated urban planning, advanced crafts, and stunning artifacts that date back to the Bronze Age. Among these treasures, one particularly captivating artifact stands out, a piece of pottery depicting 3 hares engaged in a dynamic dance. Imagine a scene where these 3 hares chase each other in a circular motion, their bodies intertwined in an astonishing arrangement that defies the laws of physics. This visual is not merely a reflection of nature, but an enigma that invites interpretation and contemplation. The hares, while embodying the essence of playfulness and agility, also symbolize deeper meanings that have fascinated scholars for centuries. The pottery itself, with its smooth curves and intricate details, showcases the remarkable craftsmanship of the artisans from Shahr-e Sukhteh. The texture, combined with the skillful illustration of the hares, reveals a culture that revered both art and symbolism. The choice of hares is significant. These creatures are often found in the folklore of various cultures, symbolizing fertility, abundance, and speed. In the context of ancient Iranian beliefs, the hares could embody themes of life and vitality, showcasing the connection between nature and the human experience. But what makes this particular depiction even more striking is the manner in which the hares are portrayed. As they twist and turn around one another, their movements create an illusion of unity and continuity. This spiral formation, reminiscent of a never-ending cycle, could represent the cycles of life, death, and rebirth. The playfulness of the hares, combined with the complexity of their interaction, invites viewers to reflect on themes of cooperation, pursuit, and the intricate dance of existence. The Shahr-e Sukhteh pottery isn't just a silent observer of history. It asks questions. It pushes us to ponder what these animals could have meant to the people of that time. Were they merely a decorative element, or did they serve a more profound purpose? Some theories suggest that such imagery may have held ritualistic significance, perhaps linked to various agricultural cycles or fertility rites. Hares, with their notable ability to reproduce, could have been seen as vital to agricultural success, thereby linking them to the very survival of the community. Furthermore, the complexity of the hare design has sparked intellectual curiosity. The way the three hares interact creates an optical illusion, leading to discussions about perspective and perception in ancient art. Some may ponder whether the artists of Shahr-e Sukhteh had an understanding of geometrical principles unknown to many civilizations of that time. This idea opens a gateway to the rich tapestry of knowledge held by ancient peoples, who often merged practicality with beauty in their creation. As with many ancient artifacts, the context in which this pottery was found adds layers to its narrative. The Burnt City is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, famous for its well-preserved ruins, including houses, streets, and complex water management systems. The community that thrived here was not only advanced in their craftsmanship, but also deeply connected to their environment and the cycles of nature. The presence of the hares amidst the artifacts speaks to their daily lives, their beliefs, and perhaps their playful outlook towards life itself. Art often carries a timeless quality, a connection that transcends the boundaries of time and culture. The dancing hares of Shahr-e Sukhteh do just that. They invite modern viewers to look beyond the surface, to explore the intricate web of meanings that art can convey. As we gaze upon this ancient pottery, we find ourselves connected to those who lived thousands of years ago, sharing in their experiences, their thoughts, and their artistic expression. By studying such artifacts, we not only appreciate the aesthetic beauty, but also embark on a journey through time, piecing together stories that define human existence. The playful dance of the hares reminds us of the importance of joy and togetherness, aspects that remain relevant throughout human history. Their joyful chase encompasses the endless pursuit of dreams, aspirations, and the bonds that tie us together, urging us to embrace the dance of life in all its complexity. In a world often focused on the tangible and the immediate, the artistry of the hares encourages a moment of reflection. The pottery from Shahr-e Sukhteh, with its vivid imagery and rich symbolism, serves as a bridge to the past, inviting us to delight in the creativity and imagination of those who came before us. It challenges us to consider our own relationship with art and nature, and how these connections shape our lives today. As we ponder the three hares, we are reminded that stories linger in the most unexpected places. In their ecstatic dance, there is a reminder of life's playful nature, urging us to chase our dreams while recognizing the intricate web of community and connection that sustains us all. The pottery remains not merely a relic, but a symbol of shared heritage, resonating through time with its timeless charm. Each look upon the dancing hares offers a promise of joy and wonder, a reminder that in the grand tapestry of existence we dance together, our journeys intertwined in an eternal pursuit of beauty and meaning. Deep in the remote deserts of Xinjiang, China, lie the Tarim Mummies, a fascinating discovery that continues to intrigue researchers and historians alike. These remarkably well-preserved mummies, dating back over 4,000 years, have been unearthed in the desiccating sands of the Tarim Basin, presenting a unique blend of history, anthropology, and mystery. What makes these mummies particularly captivating are their striking European features, contrasting sharply with the predominant East Asian population of present-day China. The first Tarim mummy to catch the attention of the world was found in the early 20th century. Dubbed the Beauty of Lowland, this mummy exhibited long hair, high cheekbones, and a fair complexion, raising immediate questions about her origins. The preservation of skin, hair, and even clothing within the dried, arid environment of the Tarim Basin has offered an extraordinary glimpse into the lives of these ancient people. Clad in intricate textiles, often dyed in vibrant colors, the mummies tell a story of complex burial practices and cultural sophistication. Researchers have determined that the mummies belong to the Tocharians, an ancient group living in this region who spoke a language related to European languages. This finding led historians to ponder the extent of ancient migration and interaction among various civilizations. How did these Europeans end up so far east? And what does this mean for our understanding of human movement and cultural exchange thousands of years ago? Analysis of the mummified remains reveals more than just facial features. Through genetic testing, scientists have found a mixture of ancestry that suggests these individuals were not solely from one region, but rather a blend of various groups. The presence of light-colored hair and blue eyes further points to European heritage, yet it's also essential to recognize the interconnectivity of ancient populations. The Silk Road, which flourished for centuries, served as a major trade route that not only transported goods, but also facilitated cultural exchange and migration. People traveled long distances, bringing their traditions, beliefs, and genes along with them. The stories of the Tarim mummies contribute significantly to our understanding of the interconnectedness of ancient civilizations. For instance, they highlight how trade and economic exchanges might have influenced genetic diversity. Luxury items like silk and spices were not the only commodities transported along these routes. Human connections and interactions were equally valuable. Imagine merchants from distant lands meeting in vibrant markets, sharing languages, customs, and even families. The Tarim mummies serve as a testament to this rich tapestry of history. Archaeology and anthropology often rely on tangible artifacts to decipher our past. The tombs of the Tarim mummies have yielded not only human remains, but also an array of objects, from intricate jewelry to advanced weaving techniques. These artifacts provide insight into the daily lives, rituals, and social structures of the Tocharians. The sophistication of their craftsmanship showcases a society that engaged in complex trade networks and cultural exchanges, indicating that these ancient peoples were anything but isolated. Moreover, the discovery of the Tarim mummies has sparked a broader discussion about identity and racial categorization in history. As we delve deeper into the origins of these individuals, we must recognize the limitations of viewing history through a contemporary lens. The mummies challenge modern categorizations of race and ethnicity, suggesting that human identity is fluid and shaped by numerous factors over time. In addition, this fascinating topic opens the door to exploration of cultural adaptation. The Tocharians melded various influences, leading to a unique fusion of traditions in their communities. This blending of cultures raises intriguing questions about the potential for resilience and adaptability among ancient populations. As societies encountered each other, they exchanged ideas, beliefs, and practices that contributed to their evolution. The Tarim mummies remind us of the long human history of migration and interaction. Each discovery digs deeper into our shared past, illustrating the diverse fabric of humanity that has woven itself through time. Just as the Persian Empire absorbed elements of Hellenistic culture after Alexander's conquests, so too did the Tocharians incorporate influences from both East and West, creating a unique identity reflective of their experiences within a globalized world of their time. Through the lens of the Tarim Mummies, we glimpse not just the physical features of ancient peoples, but also the stories of their lives, their movements, and their connections. They evoke a sense of curiosity about where we all fit in the grand narrative of human history. As we ponder these ancient figures and their legacy, we can appreciate the complex web of ancestry and migration that has shaped our world. In summary, the Tarim Mummies present a captivating case study that challenges our understanding of ancient civilizations and human migration. They inspire us to think critically about our past and acknowledge the rich stories woven together across continents and cultures. The evidence of European features in a remote corner of China urges us to reconsider how we define borders, cultures, and communities both in ancient times and today. As more research unfolds and additional findings come to light, the mystery surrounding the Tarim Mummies continues to deepen. Every new discovery invites further inquiry, encouraging us to explore the connections that bind us all, transcending geography and time. Consider the lives these mummies once led, and the journey that brought them to rest in the sands of the Tarim Basin, a journey that is both uniquely human and universally shared. Deep within the arid landscape of the Judean desert, a discovery was made that would intrigue treasure hunters, archaeologists, and historians alike. This discovery was part of a collection known as the Dead Sea Scrolls, which were unearthed in the mid-20th century near the ancient settlement of Qumran. Among these fragile parchments lies one scroll that stands out due to its enigmatic nature, the Copper Scroll. Unlike its companions, the Copper Scroll is unique in both its material and content. Crafted from copper, rather than the typical papyrus, this scroll is an unusual artifact in itself. Its inscriptions, etched into metal, suggest that it was designed to withstand the test of time, an aspect that hints at the significance of its contents. The Copper Scroll is essentially a treasure map, but not one that reveals simple directions. Rather, it presents a series of locations where treasures, believed to be vast and valuable, are concealed. As we delve into the scroll's narrative, we discover it lists an extraordinary variety of treasures, including silver and gold, with total estimated values that could reach into the millions. The scroll specifies locations throughout ancient Judea, pinpointing hidden caches of wealth that are yet to be recovered. Imagine the thrill of exploring these locations, each one a potential site of ancient riches, waiting patiently to be uncovered. The list includes places that hold names familiar to those who have studied the history of the region, farmhouses, caves, and even prominent landmarks. The art of reading the Copper Scroll requires not only linguistic talent, but also a deep understanding of the geography of ancient Judea. Certain phrases have confounded experts, leading to various interpretations about the precise sites of these treasures. As treasure hunters set out to decipher the clues, they often encounter challenges that seem to hide these secrets even deeper. The landscape itself, with its treacherous cliffs and hidden caves, acts as a labyrinth designed to safeguard the riches. One particular location, for instance, is said to be near the ruins of an ancient temple, where whispers of lost artifacts resonate through the ages. Exciting tales emerge from those who have ventured out into the rugged terrain, armed with maps, tools, and a sense of adventure. Some believe treasure might be buried beneath layers of earth, covered by millennia of sediment, while others speculate it could be hidden within caves, possibly protected by natural barriers. But legends circulate about previous explorers who have unearthed glimpses of these treasures, only to lose them amid the chaotic shifts of history. What makes the Copper Scroll even more fascinating is the element of mystery surrounding it. Scholars have debated its origins, purpose, and the true nature of the treasures it speaks of. Some assert it was created during the Second Temple period, providing insight into the wealth of the time, while others ponder whether it was intended as a practical guide for those in search of concealed fortunes. The search for the treasures mentioned in the Copper Scroll has spurred numerous expeditions over the decades. With each attempt to locate the buried wealth, excitement and expectation fill the air. Stories are shared of secret expeditions, often accompanied by misadventures fueled by overzealous hope. There are those who believe that the lost treasures could range from ceremonial artifacts to the significant wealth belonging to the Jerusalem temple, rumored to have been hidden during times of conflict. The ongoing quest has captured the imaginations of countless individuals, including amateur treasure hunters, professional archaeologists, and spirited adventurers. The allure of the Copper Scroll treasure continues to spark a quest for knowledge and discovery. Each expedition holds the potential for both triumph and heartache, as the elusive nature of these treasures keeps seekers on the edge of their seats. Amid the tales of search and discovery lies an element of profound significance. The Copper Scroll serves not only as a map to potential riches, but also as a glimpse into the lives, culture, and practices of those who lived during a pivotal period in history. It encapsulates local traditions, beliefs, and even the atmosphere of uncertainty that shrouded the time when these treasures were concealed. While generations have searched for its treasures, the Copper Scroll continues to guard its secrets, becoming a treasured piece of history in its own right. The scroll remains a beautiful riddle, intertwining the realms of history, folklore, and treasure hunting in a narrative that speaks to our desire for adventure and discovery. As we ponder the fate of the treasures mentioned in this scroll, we are reminded of the timeless human spirit that drives individuals to seek what is lost. The Copper Scroll treasure remains a tantalizing promise of uncharted stories and unseen wonders, waiting patiently for the next intrepid soul, brave enough to decipher its mysteries and unlock what has long been hidden from sight. In this way, the quest for understanding the Copper Scroll serves as a journey, one that transcends mere riches and invites exploration into the depths of history and the human experience. In the heart of Southeast Asia lies a place of great intrigue and wonder known as the Plain of Jars. This vast expanse in the northeastern region of Laos is dotted with thousands of large stone jars scattered across the landscape, each holding secrets that have puzzled researchers and adventurers for decades. The Plain of Jars is not your typical archaeological site. Its silent witnesses are monumental artifacts. Each jar is a testament to a culture that thrived here many centuries ago, yet remains shrouded in mystery. Imagine walking through fields, adorned with phantom-like silhouettes of enormous stone vessels, some towering over you, while others are nestled into the earth like they belong there. The jars vary in size, with some reaching up to 3 meters in height and weighing as much as a ton. The sheer number of these jars, estimated to exceed 2,000, serves as a mesmerizing visual feast, invoking curiosity and a sense of wonder about their origin. Archaeologists have long speculated about who was responsible for creating these monumental structures and what purpose they serve. While various theories have emerged, a definitive answer eludes even the most seasoned experts. Some suggest that they were used for funerary purposes, acting as graves for the deceased and providing a glimpse into the burial practices of ancient peoples. The positioning of the jars in clusters aligns with burial sites, leading to the possibility that they were part of a larger ritual context. Another intriguing theory posits that the jars were utilized for brewing large quantities of alcohol, perhaps as part of communal feasting rituals. If this theory were true, it presents a vivid picture of a society that gathered to celebrate life, mingling amidst the towering jars, sharing stories, and partaking in a spirited atmosphere. To think of a time when these stone giants stood as silent witnesses to laughter and celebration sparks the imagination, adding layers to their already rich mystery. Archaeological studies and explorations have provided scant evidence that might point toward the purpose of the jars. Radiocarbon dating suggests that the jars date back to the Iron Age, around 500 BC to 500 AD, marking a significant period of human development in this region. This timeline aligns with the onset of elaborate societal structures, suggesting that those who created the jars possessed a deep understanding of their environment, society, and possible religious beliefs. The local legends surrounding the Plain of Jars further deepen the enigma. Among these tales is a captivating story about a giant who supposedly crafted the jars as a means to store rice wine for his army. According to folklore, the giant and his men would celebrate their victories by drinking copious amounts of the wine, leading to communal gatherings filled with revelry. While such stories may be steeped in myth, they breathe life into the historical skyline, forming a bridge between the past and the present. The landscape itself is intricately connected to the enigmatic appeal of the Plain of Jars. Surrounded by rolling hills and lush greenery, this ancient site juxtaposes natural beauty with human-made artifacts. The serenity of the plains invites wonder and quiet contemplation, offering a perfect backdrop for those who wish to explore. The gentle rustling of leaves, the distant echoes of wildlife, and the murmur of the wind combine to create an atmosphere that feels almost sacred. While exploring the Plain of Jars, one cannot overlook the preservation challenges these ancient structures face. Parts of the region were heavily bombed during the Vietnam War, leaving remnants of conflict that coexist with these historical marvels. Efforts are underway to protect and preserve the jars for future generations, allowing visitors to experience not just the beauty of the landscape, but also the delicate balance of history and nature. Visitors flock to the Plain of Jars, seeking to connect with history, draw inspiration, and soak in the stories etched into each artifact. The experience is more than just an archaeological visit. It is a journey into an ancient world full of wonder. As you walk among the jars, the weight of their history can be felt almost tangibly. Each stone bears witness to human endeavor, struggles, traditions, and perhaps even the celebration of life. Exploring the Plain of Jars also sparks reverence for the profound mysteries that remain unsolved. Questions linger in the air, prompting thoughts about our own histories and the legacies we will leave behind. This is a space that invites both awe and reflection, urging humanity to consider the complexities of existence and the perpetual quest for understanding. Picture yourself standing amidst the jars at sunset. The golden hues of the setting sun cast enchanting shadows over the landscape, illuminating the surfaces of these ancient stones. In moments like this, time seems to blur, a connection is formed, and a peaceful serenity wraps around your being. Here, in this sacred valley, surrounded by the echoes of the past, you are reminded of the importance of contemplation, curiosity, and the unyielding human spirit. The Plain of Jars is not merely a destination. It is a portal to another time, a canvas splashed with the colors of history, mystery, and possibilities. While the origins and true uses of the jars might remain elusive, their presence stands as an eternal testament to the ingenuity and communal spirit of those who inhabited this land. As we ponder their story, we also weave our own narrative, a shared journey through the corridors of time, where every question leads to more questions, and every answer adds yet another layer of intrigue to our understanding of the human experience. The Saqqara Bird is a captivating artifact discovered near the step pyramid of Djoser in Saqqara, Egypt. This object, meticulously crafted from wood, has sparked numerous theories and debates among historians, archaeologists, and aviation enthusiasts since its unearthing in 1898. Shaped like a bird, it is approximately 7 inches long and features a wingspan that has intrigued many about its possible purpose and significance. The design of the Saqqara Bird is quite remarkable. Its elongated body and pronounced wings resemble that of a modern bird, which leads many to question whether the ancient Egyptians had a sophisticated understanding of flight. The artifact has a somewhat aerodynamic shape, which raises speculation about its potential use in flight. While some might dismiss it as merely a child's toy or a decorative item, others propose that it may represent some form of early aviation prototype, possibly mimicking the birds that soared over the Egyptian skies. The possibility that the Saqqara Bird could have been related to flight attempts dates back to the fascination with aviation that has existed for centuries. The ancient Egyptians were observing birds long before mankind learned to build machines capable of flight. It is thought that the Egyptians may have looked to nature for inspiration, examining how birds maneuver through the air with ease. The streamlined design of the Saqqara Bird may suggest that its creators were thinking about aerodynamics long before the modern era. One of the most significant features of the Saqqara Bird is its wings. The upward curve of the wings might indicate an understanding of how lift is generated when a bird takes off. Some researchers argue that the dimensions and shape are reminiscent of modern gliders, suggesting a connection between the artifact and theories of flight. This has led to extensive speculation about whether the ancient Egyptians had intended to experiment with creating flying machines, pushing the boundaries of what we know about their technological capability. Further enhancing the intrigue surrounding the Saqqara Bird is the discovery of several other similar artifacts from different regions and time periods. These artifacts, which share similar design traits, often showcase birds with extended wings, pointing scholars toward a potential pattern of interest in aviation-related concepts across ancient civilizations. The resemblance between these artifacts suggests that this fascination with flight might have been broader than previously assumed. Some researchers consider the Saqqara Bird to be symbolic rather than experimental. In ancient Egyptian culture, birds often held deep spiritual meanings, often representing freedom, the soul, or the divine. The artifact might have symbolized mankind's eternal quest to transcend earthly limitations, resonating deeply within the cultural framework of the time. This notion aligns with a broader theme seen throughout history, where different cultures have incorporated symbols of flight into their art and mythology. The history of early aviation is often traced back to a time when dreams of flight were relegated to myths and legends. The Saqqara Bird serves as a fascinating reminder of humanity's long-standing desire to explore the skies. It invites us to ponder how the ancient minds grappled with the concept of flight, even if their ideas were far from the technological advancements we possess today. Controversies also abound regarding the age and origin of the Saqqara Bird. Different scholars have proposed various dating methods, with some suggesting it dates back to the 3rd century BC, whereas others believe it may be older. The ongoing debates hint at the complexities inherent in studying ancient artifacts, where layers of time can often obscure the original intent and context. In addition to its enigmatic appearance and potential symbolism, the Saqqara bird continues to capture the imagination of many who study it. In various ways, it encourages contemporary thinkers and researchers to ask questions about innovation and creativity associated with flight. The intersection of history, technology, and imagination presented by the Saqqara bird is profound, illustrating how ancient cultures may have inspired future generations in the pursuit of flight. Throughout history, civilization has been marked by pivotal moments of ingenuity and inspiration, often pushed forth by the creativity and thinking of earlier times. As modern-day engineers and aviators design aircraft that can traverse the globe, the threads connecting back through history to ancient artifacts, like the Saqqara bird, demonstrate the timeless appeal of flight and exploration. The Saqqara bird stands as not just an object of curiosity, but as a bridge linking our past with the future. What it can teach us goes beyond the narrow confines of its form. It resonates with a universal human aspiration to soar, to transcend limitations, and to venture into the unknown. In that sense, this ancient archaeological find is a celebration of human ingenuity itself, a testimony to the unyielding spirit of innovation. As we examine and reinterpret the meaning and significance of the Saqqara bird and its counterparts, we carry forward the legacy of those who dared to dream of the sky. This journey of curiosity is not merely about understanding the past, but igniting our imaginations to envision the possibilities that lie ahead. Each layer of research provides insight into our shared human experience, prompting us to look at the skies, not just with wonder, but with the spirit of inquiry that has fueled advancements throughout history. In conclusion, whether a toy, a symbol, or an ancient design for a flying machine, the Saqqara bird challenges us to explore the depths of our history. This artifact serves as a reminder of humanity's perpetual quest for knowledge and the exploration of unseen worlds, leaving us to wonder what other ancient discoveries await us, holding secrets that may redefine our understanding of what has come before. The story of the Ninth Legion, known as the Legio IX Hispana, is steeped in mystery and speculation. This legendary Roman legion has captivated historians, archaeologists, and enthusiasts for centuries, primarily because of its abrupt disappearance from historical records. The Ninth Legion is famously associated with Britain, where it spent a significant part of its existence during the Roman Empire's expansion. Formed in the early years of the 1st century, the Ninth Legion was initially stationed in Hispania, modern-day Spain. Its name reflects this origin, as Hispana indicates its roots. This legion was known for its courage and effectiveness in battle. They fought in various significant campaigns across the empire, contributing to the expansion and consolidation of Roman territories. However, it is their later years, particularly in Britain, that have sparked interest and debate. The legion's presence in Britain became prominent during the ambitious Roman conquest, initiated by General Aulus Plautius in AD 43. It played a crucial role in several military engagements that helped Rome establish control over the region. The Ninth Legion was engaged actively in campaigns against various tribes, including the fearsome Iceni, led by the rebellious Queen Boudica. Despite being heavily involved in these fierce conflicts, details about the legion's fate become opaque after AD 117. Historical records indicate that the Ninth Legion was stationed in York, the Roman city of Iberacum, at the height of Roman Britain. From that point onward, things took a curious turn. The legions typically left behind accounts of their feats, battles, and movements, but the Ninth Legion's narrative abruptly ceases around this time. Where did they go? What happened to these skilled soldiers? This mystery ignited debates among historians. Some theories suggest that the Ninth Legion might have been sent on campaign to the north to confront the Picts, a confederation of tribes in what is now Scotland. The idea is that the Legion met with disaster, losing many soldiers, and possibly the entire cohort in a significant and devastating battle. However, there is no substantive evidence to support this hypothesis. Only speculative accounts and fragmented pieces of writings hint at a potential downfall in the Northern Territories. Others propose an alternative narrative. Perhaps the Ninth Legion was withdrawn from Britain altogether. This theory is bolstered by evidence indicating that the Legion's numbers were reassigned elsewhere in the Empire, possibly due to political or military strategy. By the end of the 2nd century, there are indications that the Ninth Legion was reformed and stationed in different locations, possibly far from Britain. This idea leads to speculation about the Legion's transformation into a different unit, further clouding the mystery of its fate. Archaeological findings, or the lack thereof, add to the complexity of this narrative. Excavations have revealed some artifacts suggesting the presence of Roman military life in various locations. Still, definitive evidence tying the Ninth Legion to these sites remains elusive. Despite extensive research, inscriptions or records explicitly detailing the Legion's involvement have yet to emerge. This absence has led to various interpretations among scholars, some of whom believe the Legion may have been disbanded as the Empire's priorities evolved. The Legion's swift disappearance from records also has given rise to a sensational array of theories, including the idea of betrayal or enigmatic events. Some have even suggested that the Ninth Legion could have been the target of a treasonous plot, leading to its shocking demise. This notion captures the imagination as it connects to broader narratives of loyalty, bravery, and the brutality often present in political, military history. Popular culture has taken this narrative of disappearance and turned it into gripping tales told through literature and film. For instance, the cinematic adaptation of The Eagle brings the story of the Ninth Legion to the forefront, capturing viewer interest in both the historical aspect and the adventurous undertones of the lost Roman legacy. In these portrayals, the legionaries' plight invokes suspense and intrigue, while illuminating the broader themes of courage amidst uncertainty. As the centuries passed, the Ninth Legion's story slipped further into obscurity, leaving behind only echoes of its once glorious presence. This absence invites speculation, admiration, and even a touch of myth, as generations wonder about the fearless men who once marched under its banners. The mystery surrounding the Ninth Legion exemplifies how history can hold on to secrets, compelling us to ponder the past as unknowns. There is something inherently intriguing about that which remains undiscovered. The case of the Ninth Legion reminds us how history is often written by those who survive, the victors, the lawmakers, the records keepers. Yet countless stories of loss and tragedy linger beneath the surface, waiting for the day when additional evidence may finally emerge to illuminate paths long lost to time. The disappearance of the Ninth Legion stands as a poignant reminder of our human experience, of the military, of ambition, and of the enduring quest for connection with the past. It encourages us to explore, to question, and ultimately to seek understanding in the narratives that shape our world. Though the fate of the ninth might remain an enduring enigma, its legacy continues to resonate, inspiring curiosity and wonder about the mysteries of the ancient world. Nestled within the enchanting landscapes of the Czech Republic lies a castle that has captured the imagination of many. Houska Castle, constructed in the late 13th century, is not just an architectural marvel, but also a site steeped in folklore and mystery. This castle, with its formidable stone walls and Gothic architecture, was built over an intriguing feature: a deep hole in the ground, often referred to as a gateway to another world. The history of Houska Castle is as compelling as the structure itself. Commissioned by the Přemysl dynasty, the original purpose of the castle is said to have been to act as a fortress, protecting the region from invaders. However, it soon became evident that the true reason behind its construction was far more peculiar. Rumors began swirling that the deep hole beneath the castle was a portal to a realm inhabited by malevolent creatures, and so the castle was built to seal this abyss and prevent any dark forces from escaping. The existence of the hole has sparked a great deal of curiosity and speculation. Many who have explored the area claim that there is an eerie energy that surrounds it. Some say that as one approaches the hole, an overwhelming sense of dread may wash over them, while others have reported strange sounds emanating from its depth. This has led to various theories about what could lie beneath. Could it be a gateway to the underworld, as local folklore suggests? Or perhaps it is simply a natural geological formation that has taken on a life of its own in the realm of myths. The legends surrounding Houska Castle have continued to intrigue historians and paranormal enthusiasts alike. One of the most compelling stories is that of a local prince who supposedly commissioned the castle after witnessing strange occurrences in the area. These sightings included shadowy figures lurking around the hole and mysterious lights flickering at night. In an effort to understand these phenomena, the prince sent a group of prisoners to explore the hole. Many of them reportedly vanished without a trace, heightening the air of enigma that cloaks the castle. What is particularly fascinating about Houska Castle is its unique architectural design. Unlike most castles of its time that were built with the intention of being defensive strongholds, Houska appears almost as a decorative structure, lacking traditional fortifications such as battlements or a moat. Instead, the entrance is grand and inviting, showcasing intricate stone carvings that speak to a time of artistry and craftsmanship. Inside, the castle features stunning frescoes and chapels, along with a magnificent hall that echoes the castle's storied past. Visitors to Houska Castle are often struck by its haunting beauty and the stories that seem to linger in the air. The atmosphere within its walls is both captivating and unsettling, drawing people in while simultaneously making them question what lies beyond the threshold. Walking through the grand halls, one can almost hear the whispers of history and sense the weight of the legends that have accumulated over the centuries. The juxtaposition of the castle's stunning architecture against the backdrop of its rumored dark history makes it a unique destination for those seeking adventure and a little thrill. In recent years, Houska has become a part of numerous ghost tours and paranormal investigations, where brave souls embark on quests to uncover the truth behind the whispers of the past. It is during these explorations that stories of ghostly sightings and inexplicable happenings come to life. The allure of Houska Castle extends beyond its dark tales and architectural charm. The castle is situated amidst lush forests and picturesque hills, inviting visitors to bask in its natural surroundings. As one strolls through the grounds, it's easy to get lost in thought, pondering the lives of those who walked the very paths centuries before. The harmony of nature and history creates a powerful connection, inviting reflection and contemplation. While many visitors are eager to uncover the castle's secrets, others come simply for the beauty and tranquility of the area. The serene environment provides a perfect escape from the hustle of modern life, allowing for a moment of peace, surrounded by beauty and mystery. This duality, the blending of intrigue with serenity, is part of what draws thousands of tourists to Houska Castle each year. Ultimately, Houska Castle serves as a reminder of the power of myth and storytelling. The tales of its construction, the deep hole, and the creatures that may dwell below have transcended time and continue to be shared with each new generation. It encourages us to embrace our curiosity and to wonder about the mysteries that exist in the world around us, whether they are hidden deep in the earth or present in our own backyard. As you come to explore this extraordinary site, you may find yourself captivated by the mingling of history and legend. Houska Castle stands as an enigmatic sentinel watching over the mysterious hole that continues to entrap the imagination of many. The stories you hear and the beauty you witness will linger long after your visit, formulating a connection that is both timeless and deeply personal. This mystical place, with its ancient stones and rich lore, invites you to dive deep into the essence of storytelling and mystery, reminding us that every place has its own story waiting to be told. The discovery of the Tartaria Tablets in Romania has ignited a fascinating debate among historians, archaeologists, and linguists regarding the origins of writing in Old Europe. These ancient clay tablets, unearthed in the early 1960s in the Transylvanian village of Tartaria, are believed to date back to around 5,500 BCE. This period places them in the Neolithic era, contemporaneous with some of the earliest civilizations known to humankind. The tablets themselves are small and not particularly grand in appearance, with inscriptions that have provoked various interpretations. Their surface is adorned with a series of symbols and markings, which some scholars argue resemble proto-writing. This has sparked discussions on whether the Tartaria Tablets might represent one of the earliest forms of written communication in Europe, predating more well-known writing systems, such as cuneiform in Mesopotamia or hieroglyphics in Egypt. What makes the Tartaria Tablets all the more intriguing is their connection to a time when human societies were transitioning from nomadic lifestyles to settled agricultural communities. The Neolithic Revolution marked a significant shift in human history, leading to the establishment of permanent settlements, the domestication of plants and animals, and increasingly complex social structures. As people began to live in larger groups, the need for communication and record-keeping became more pronounced. Some researchers proposed that the symbols found on the Tartaria tablets could represent an early form of accounting, possibly used for trade or resource management. This theory is bolstered by the fact that emerging agrarian societies needed to keep track of supplies and surplus. The idea of using marks on clay to signify quantities or transactions may have been a functional response to new administrative needs arising from increased complexity in social organization. Controversy surrounding the interpretation of the Tartaria tablets has not only focused on the nature of the symbols, but also on their implications for our understanding of cultural exchange in prehistoric Europe. Some archaeologists suggest that these tablets may indicate contact with the civilizations of the Near East, where more advanced writing systems were already established. If true, this would imply that European societies were not isolated, but instead engaged in the sharing of ideas and technologies with neighboring regions. However, the debate is far from settled. Opponents of the idea that the Tartaria Tablets represent proto-writing argue that the symbols may lack the necessary complexity and consistency inherent in true written language. They point to the lack of a deciphered language or consistent syntax as evidence that these tablets might merely be artistic expressions or symbolic designs rather than a functional writing system. In examining the implications of the Tartaria Tablets, we also confront questions about cultural identity and heritage. What these artifacts reveal about the people who created them offers a glimpse into their beliefs, practices, and social organization. It allows for an exploration of how early human societies understood their world and communicated their thoughts and experiences. Beyond the immediate intrigue surrounding the tablets themselves, the discussion raises broader questions about the evolution of human communication. It invites us to consider when humanity transitioned from oral traditions to the written word, a shift that fundamentally changed the way knowledge was recorded and transmitted. The transition to writing marked an epochal moment, allowing for the preservation of culture across generations and the ability to convey complex ideas more effectively. Furthermore, the debate surrounding the Tartaria Tablets also reflects the dynamic and often contentious nature of archaeological interpretation. As new discoveries are made and techniques of analysis evolve, our understanding of ancient artifacts is continually reshaped. This highlights the importance of interdisciplinary collaboration among scientists, historians, and linguists in piecing together the puzzle of our past. The story of the Tartaria Tablets illustrates a microcosm of the human experience, the quest for understanding and meaning in our existence. It underscores the universal desire to communicate, to share knowledge, and to connect with others, transcending time and geography. Each theory and interpretation adds another layer to our comprehension of early human civilization. As you ponder the significance of the Tartaria Tablets, imagine the hands that shaped them, the community that once thrived around their creation, and the thoughts that might have lingered in the air as the first symbols were etched into clay. This inquiry is not merely about ancient artifacts. It is about our ongoing narrative as a species striving to make sense of our world, to record our histories, and to leave a legacy for generations to come. What will future scholars uncover as they continue to unravel the mysteries of our past? The debates surrounding the Tartaria Tablets remind us that the story of human communication is still being written, and every discovery brings with it a new chapter, inviting us to explore the depths of our shared heritage. Our understanding of who we are and where we came from is an ever-evolving dialogue, driven by curiosity, exploration, and the relentless pursuit of knowledge. In this endless quest, artifacts like the Tartaria Tablets serve as bridges to our distant past, connecting us to the thoughts and lives of those who walked the earth long before us. Deep within the rugged terrain of Nevada lies a fascinating site known as Lovelock Cave. This cave, steeped in mystery and legend, has captured the imagination of adventurers, historians, and treasure seekers alike. Its cavernous depths have revealed secrets that connect the past with the present, echoing tales passed down through generations. Lovelock Cave is located in the remote landscape of Pershing County, about 100 miles northeast of Reno. The cave was named after a nearby town, Lovelock, which was established during the Gold Rush era. The cave itself is a natural wonder, formed thousands of years ago, through the forces of erosion and the movement of water. The ceiling is high, and the walls are lined with stalactites and stalagmites, creating an otherworldly atmosphere that makes it an intriguing spot for exploration. In the late 19th and early 20th centuries, a series of excavations in the cave led to startling discoveries that stirred a wave of curiosity. Archaeologists found an abundance of artifacts, including tools, ancient baskets, and even remnants of food, which provided insight into the lives of the indigenous peoples who once inhabited this region. However, the most astonishing findings were the large, human-like remains. Some reports claim these were of giants, towering over the average human height of today. According to local folklore, the indigenous Paiute people spoke of a race of giants known as the Sitka, who lived in the area long before the arrival of settlers. These giants were said to have been skilled hunters and fighters, known for their impressive stature and strength. They inhabited the mountains and valleys, living in harmony with the land, until a great feud with the Paiutes led to their decline. The excavations in Lovelock Cave appeared to validate these legends. Researchers reportedly unearthed skeletal remains that measured over 7 feet tall. As the news spread, speculation about the existence of these gigantic beings began to swirl. The possibility of a race of giants captured the imagination of many, leading to various theories about their origins, culture, and fate. While some dismissed these claims as mere folklore, others dove into the realm of the supernatural and the extraterrestrial. The existence of giant humanoid remains sparked intense debates among scientists, historians, and conspiracy theorists. Some proposed that these giants were the result of a lost civilization, while others entertained the idea of extraterrestrial visitors mingling with early humans. As the years progressed, the story of the giants in Lovelock Cave became part of an extensive tapestry of legends surrounding the American West. Literature, documentaries, and even fictional narratives began to explore these ideas, blending history with imagination. The giants of Lovelock Cave became emblematic of the larger myths that surround human origins and the mysteries of lost civilizations. Despite the compelling nature of the discoveries, skepticism persisted among the scientific community. Skeptics pointed out the lack of rigorous examination and peer-reviewed studies on the remains. They questioned the methodology and the authenticity of the claims, suggesting that the findings could have been the result of misinterpretation or exaggerated accounts. This divide between believers and skeptics sparked further investigations, prompting archaeologists to revisit Lovelock Cave with a critical eye. In more recent years, a variety of archaeological studies have sought to shed light on not only the remains found in Lovelock Cave, but also the cultural practices of the people who once lived there. Advanced imaging techniques and DNA analysis have provided a deeper understanding of the genetic history and lifestyle of ancient peoples in this region. These studies revealed the importance of the cave as a site for habitation, offering a glimpse into the daily lives of those who thrived in this harsh environment. Lovelock Cave stands as a testament to our enduring curiosity about human history. The tales of giants, while captivating, serve as a reminder of the myths that often accompany archaeological finds. They evoke a sense of wonder about the unknown and the ancient past, inviting us to ponder the mysteries that still linger in our world. Visiting Lovelock Cave today allows for exploration not just of its natural beauty, but also of its storied past. As you enter the cave, you can almost hear the whispers of those who walked the earth long before us. Feel the weight of the legends that envelop this place and experience a tangible connection to our ancestors. The stories of Lovelock Cave, giants or not, celebrate the enduring quest for knowledge and understanding of where we come from. In crafting the narrative of the giants of Lovelock Cave, we are reminded that history is a mosaic made of countless pieces, each contributing to the overarching story of humanity. Whether myths, relics, or undisputed facts. These elements coexist, enriching the tapestry of our past and guiding our fascination with the unexplored frontiers of history. Thus, Lovelock Cave continues to invite both inquiry and wonder, a gateway to understanding the intricacies of human existence and the legends that shape our collective memory. In the heart of London, steeped in history and mystery, stands the Tower of London. This fortress has served many purposes over the centuries, from a royal palace to a prison and even a place of execution. Yet, perhaps no tale is as haunting or as compelling as that of the princes in the tower. This story transports us back to the late 15th century and unravels the enigma surrounding two royal children, Edward V and his younger brother Richard, Duke of York, who vanished under the shadow of this imposing structure. Edward V was just 12 years old when he inherited the throne after the untimely death of his father, King Edward IV. His younger brother Richard was just 9, a child who had hardly begun to understand the weight of his royal lineage. They were innocent boys caught in a whirlwind of political intrigue and familial betrayal. The tumultuous period following their father's death saw the rise of powerful figures vying for control of England. Among them was Richard, Duke of Gloucester, who was not only their uncle, but also a man with ambitions that extended far beyond the safety of his nephews. The boys were placed in the tower for their safety, or so it seemed, as tensions rose and conspirators plotted against the throne. Richard, Duke of Gloucester, soon seized the opportunity to declare himself king, taking the name Richard III. With this move, the fate of the two princes took a dark turn. The brothers were left alone, unprotected, and the world around them began to unravel. The last confirmed sighting of Edward and Richard was in the summer of 1483, when they were seen playing in the Tower Garden. From that moment on, they seemed to fade from the pages of history. Speculation grew wildly. Where could they be? Rumors began to circulate regarding their fate, leading to dramatic tales filled with sinister plots and hidden passages. Some believed they were murdered to eliminate any threats to Richard III's newly acquired throne. Others suggested they were merely hidden away, perhaps in the hope of one day reclaiming their royal heritage. The mystery surrounding the disappearance of the princes garnered great interest, not just in their own time, but throughout history. Writers, historians, and even playwrights have speculated endlessly about what could have happened. In the years that followed, the Tower of London became a symbol of intrigue and danger, reflecting the atmosphere of the time. As the story unfolded, the potential for their survival was explored. Some claimed they had escaped and started new lives in distant lands. This idea fueled countless stories and legends, as people imagined the lives they might have led had they not been snatched away from the world. Some suggested they could have blended into society, perhaps posing as commoners or living under a different name, while others noted the farewells of loyal servants who seemed to vanish along with the boys. The absence of physical evidence to confirm their fate led to endless speculation. Archaeological excavations in the tower have fueled hopes of discovering the truth, with many hoping to find the remains of the princes buried within its grounds. However, as time has passed, the world has become accustomed to the intrigue and speculation surrounding their fates, which adds layers to the narrative and keeps the story alive. The princes in the tower have become entwined in the fabric of British history, a tale that illustrates the complexities of power, ambition, and the often harsh realities of royal life. This haunting mystery carries themes of loyalty and betrayal, innocence lost, and the relentless pursuit of truth. It serves to remind us that the shadows of history often hold stories we cannot fully comprehend, leaving us to ponder what might have been. The story of Edward and Richard continues to inspire literature, film, and artistic interpretation, showcasing their plight and serving as a reflection on childhood lost amid the harshness of political machinations. These two young boys, caught in the currents of ambition and treachery, represent not just royal loss, but also the enduring mystery that captivates hearts and minds across generations. As we revisit this dark chapter in history, let us consider the myriad nuances involved. The events surrounding the princes in the tower serve as a lens through which we can examine the human condition, our desires for power, our fears of losing control, and the unbreakable bonds of family. Ultimately, while the fate of the princes may remain unresolved, their story persistently echoes through the annals of time, inviting us to remain curious and engaged with the tapestry of our shared history. As we explore these questions, we find ourselves drawn into a world where the past collides with the present. The Tower of London stands not only as a guardian of history, but also as a storyteller, whispering the secrets of its storied past to those who dare to listen. The shadows of those two innocent princes remind us of their lingering presence and the urgency of seeking answers in a world where some mysteries may never be fully unraveled. Nestled within the serene landscapes of the Indian Himalayas, a curious mystery unfolds in a remote location known as Skeleton Lake. This enigmatic site, officially called Roopkund, is situated at an altitude of approximately 5,000 meters. The tranquility of the surrounding mountains contrasts sharply with the haunting presence of hundreds of human skeletons that lie scattered around the lake's edges. Each skeleton tells a story that has intrigued adventurers, researchers, and historians alike, prompting many to ask, what happened here? The first recorded discovery of the skeletons dates back to the early 1940s, when a British forest ranger stumbled upon the site while surveying the area. To his astonishment, he found dozens of skulls and bones littering the ground. The initial intrigue surrounding the lake led to various theories about the origins of these remains. Some believed the bones belonged to travelers lost in a tragic blizzard, while others speculated they were the remnants of ancient battles. Each hypothesis brought with it new questions. One of the most compelling theories suggests that the skeletons could be the remains of a group of pilgrims who perished during a catastrophic event, possibly an intense hailstorm. This theory is particularly captivating given that the skeletons date back to roughly the 9th century, a time when religious pilgrimages were common. According to the legend, these travelers were on a spiritual journey to the sacred site of Nanda Devi, a revered goddess in the region. It is said that as they approached the lake, a sudden and violent storm struck, claiming their lives and leaving their remains scattered by the unforgiving mountain winds. The narrative deepens as scientists have delved into the mystery using modern techniques. Recent research, including genetic testing, has revealed a wealth of information about the individuals who met their fate at the lake. Analysis of the bones indicates that many of the skeletons belong to individuals of different ethnic backgrounds. This supports the notion of a diverse group of pilgrims, each drawn to the sacred destination for their own reasons. Furthermore, isotopic analysis of the bones provides insight into their origins, hinting that some may have traveled from as far as the plains of India. Artifacts found alongside the remains reinforce the theory of a tragic pilgrimage. Among the skeletons, remnants of wooden artifacts, clothing materials, and metal objects have been discovered, suggesting they were once part of a lively group, preparing for a journey laden with hope and devotion. Such findings illuminate the human spirit's tenacity, even in the face of nature's fury. Yet, the lake has more secrets to share. Villagers in the nearby areas have their own tales, passed down through generations, woven into the fabric of local folklore. Many believe that the spirits of the deceased still linger in the area, reminding the living of the perils of nature and the importance of respect towards the mountain. This belief adds a layer of reverence to the site, attracting those who seek to pay their respects to the pilgrims who never returned. Travelers venturing to Skeleton Lake often recount their experiences with awe and admiration. Embarking on the trek involves a rigorous expedition through breathtaking landscapes, where stunning vistas of snow-capped peaks and vibrant meadows contrast with the solemnity of the lake itself. As hikers make their way through the rugged terrain, they can't help but feel a heightened connection to the past. Each step along the path to the lake feels like a journey back in time, honoring the souls who once traversed this dangerous route. With the ongoing research and exploration of Skeleton Lake, new chapters continue to unfold. The origin of the skeletons remains a tantalizing puzzle, with scholars and enthusiasts working tirelessly to piece together the narrative surrounding this hauntingly beautiful site. The ongoing investigations serve not only to unveil the past, but also to foster a deeper understanding of the interconnectedness of human experiences throughout history. As the sun sets over the Himalayas, casting golden hues across the tranquil waters of Rupkund, one can only ponder the stories held within its depths. The mystery of Skeleton Lake illustrates the intersection of nature, culture, and history, a reminder of the lives once lived and the journeys taken in search of something greater. The tale of these travelers invites reflection on humanity's enduring quest for meaning, faith, and connection, resonating through the ages in the whispers of the winds and the stillness of the lake's surface. Embracing both the beauty and the mystery, Skeleton Lake stands as a testament to the extraordinary legacies that linger in the world. The Quipu, an intricate and fascinating tool of the Incas, offers a glimpse into the sophisticated communication and record-keeping methods of one of the most advanced civilizations in the history of South America. This unique system is composed of colored strings and knots, which together serve as a complex language unlike any other. At first glance, a Quipu may appear to be a simple collection of strings hanging from a central cord. However, each string is meticulously crafted and tied in various ways to convey specific information. The colors of the strings, the types of knots used, and their positions all play critical roles in creating a comprehensive record. It's intriguing to think about how a civilization thrived without the written word, relying instead on these clever and visual methods to document everything from census data to agricultural inventories. To understand the Quipu, one must appreciate its historical context. The Incan Empire, which flourished in the 15th and early 16th centuries, spanned an extensive territory along the western coast of South America, reaching present-day countries such as Peru, Ecuador, and Chile. With vast mountains and varied climates, managing resources across such a wide area required efficient methods of organization and communication. Thus, the invention of the Quipu helped the Incas maintain control over their empire by allowing for efficient record-keeping. As they constructed a Quipu, the Incas used a variety of knot types. Each knot carried its own meaning, and the arrangement of these knots was crucial. For instance, a simple knot could signify a single unit of a product, while a complex set of knots may represent a more extensive account of goods or people. The skill of the individual creating the Quipu was essential. It required training and a deep understanding of the language of knot. The colors of the strings are just as important as the knots themselves. Different colors may represent different categories of information. For example, a particular color might indicate a type of agricultural product, while another color could signify livestock. This color-coded system further enriches the depth of information captured in the Quipu, making it a remarkable blend of art and data. Scholars have spent years attempting to unravel the full meanings behind Quechua strings, that complex oligo-functional language of visual representation. Despite their efforts, much of the Quipu's significance remains elusive. Various researchers have proposed theories aiming to decode the knots, but thus far, it seems that there is no single definitive answer. Each discovery adds a layer of intrigue, revealing how much more there is to learn about the Inca civilization and their innovative ways of preserving knowledge. What's captivating is that the Quipu is not merely a historical artifact. It invites us to think about how we communicate and preserve information even today. In a world filled with technology and reliance on digital storage, the Quipu reminds us of the many forms communication can take. When we send text messages, record voice memos, or create spreadsheets, we utilize complex systems of symbols and codes to relay messages. Just as the Incas harnessed their creativity to communicate vital information with knots and strings, we too have developed our modern methods to navigate our bustling lives. The existence of Quipus raises questions about what other forms of knowledge may have been lost throughout history. How many stories were untold because they were not inscribed in a familiar form? The Quipu stands as a testament to the ingenuity of human communication, illustrating that the desire to convey ideas and keep records is inherent to our nature. It sparks curiosity about the untold stories of the Incas and how their approach to knowledge management differs from ours. Different interpretations of Quipus among scholars highlight their diverse cultural significance. Some view them as purely accounting tools, while others argue that they may have held deeper narratives or religious significance. This ambiguity leads to conversations that resonate within us, challenging the notion that modernity holds all the answers. As we think about this ancient form of communication, we are reminded that understanding history is often more complex than simply arriving at a conclusion. Furthermore, modern technology allows us to interact with ancient artifacts in new ways. Imaging techniques and computer analyses have opened doors to studying Quipus with greater detail. For instance, researchers can now examine the knots and their patterns in a way that was not possible before. Each discovery broadens our understanding and appreciation of the creativity and intelligence embedded in these remarkable objects. In a world that sometimes feels saturated with rapid communication, the Quipu invites us to reflect on the essence of knowledge sharing. It serves as a reminder that communication is not solely about the immediate transfer of information, but also about the context, the culture, and the creativity involved in conveying meaning. Just as each knot on a Quipu holds a specific value, every interaction we have can be enriched by considering the backgrounds and motivations behind the message. The Quipu demonstrates how civilizations throughout history have shaped the ways we document and convey information. From ancient Peru to the digital age, the fundamental human desire to communicate and leave a mark remains unchanged. The stories of the past echo through these knots, whispering of ingenuity, resourcefulness, and a rich cultural heritage that still captivates our imaginations today. As we contemplate the intricacies of this fascinating system, we celebrate the connection it fosters, bridging our present with the ancestral wisdom of the Incas. Each knot, each color, each twist of string creates a narrative that continues to inspire and educate us about our journey into the world of knowledge. The Quipu urges us to think critically about how we express ourselves, how we preserve our stories, and how the human experience is truly woven together through layers of meaning and connection. Deep within the mists of Russian history lies an enduring legend, a captivating tale of the lost library of Ivan the Terrible. This secret repository of knowledge is rumored to contain a wealth of texts, scrolls, and manuscripts, holding secrets that could illuminate the past and shape the future. Imagine a library so vast that its collections are said to rival the greatest halls of learning throughout history. Ivan IV, famously known as Ivan the Terrible, was the first Tsar of Russia and ruled from 1547 until his death in 1584. His reign was marked by tremendous achievements and profound suffering. A figure shrouded in mystery and intrigue, Ivan was a complex ruler whose legacy is a blend of greatness and terror. Historians often depict him as a tyrant who wielded power with an iron fist, yet he was also a patron of the arts and education. It is this duality that adds layers to the legend of his lost library. The story goes that Ivan possessed an insatiable thirst for knowledge. He sought to consolidate power not only through military might, but also through cultural and intellectual advancements. With each conquest, he gathered scrolls and texts from conquered lands, believing that these works held the wisdom of ages. He aimed to curate a collection that would encompass all human knowledge, uniting the strength of the sword with the wisdom of the pen. Reports suggest that Ivan established a grand repository where these collected works were housed. This library was not merely a collection of books, but a sanctuary of ideas, a treasure trove of thought from ancient philosophers, scientists, and scholars. It is said that within its walls were manuscripts on a plethora of subjects, including history, theology, medicine, and even the arcane arts. This diverse collection reflected Ivan's desire to harness knowledge to elevate himself, and, by extension, Russia. As the legend goes, in the later years of his reign, amidst political turmoil and personal strife, Ivan became increasingly paranoid. Fearing that enemies would seek to usurp his power, he became obsessed with protecting his secrets. In a fit of despair, he ordered that the library be hidden away, buried beneath the earth, or concealed in an unknown location. Some say it was placed within the walls of a secret chamber, while others believe it was stowed in a remote monastery, lost to time and memory. Throughout the centuries, many have sought the lost library of Ivan the Terrible. Treasure seekers and historians alike have conducted numerous expeditions, scouring the Russian landscape for any signs of this literary treasure. Despite their relentless efforts, the library remains elusive. Its rumored existence ignites curiosity, inspiring countless theories and tales, and fueling a belief that knowledge is not just lost, but might still be waiting to be discovered. As you delve into the lore surrounding the lost library, one realizes that it symbolizes more than just a collection of books. It represents humanity's quest for understanding, the desire to preserve our history, and the importance of knowledge in shaping identity. The stories surrounding it underscore the value placed on learning, and the belief that the legacy of a society is intricately tied to its intellectual pursuits. Imagine the stories that might lie within those lost volumes. What insights could they provide into the minds of thinkers and creators long gone? What discoveries could they hold about ancient civilizations, their beliefs, customs, and experiences? Each manuscript would unlock a door to a world filled with wonder and mystery, revealing the interconnectedness of cultures and ideas that span across time. The narrative of the Lost Library continues to capture the imagination of writers, artists, and dreamers, extending its influence far beyond historical discourse. It has inspired countless works of fiction, films, and adventures where protagonists embark on quests to seek out the fabled library. These tales fuel our imagination and encourage us to think about the hidden knowledge that may be locked away in other places or eras, waiting for the inquisitive mind to unearth them. In modern times, as we stand on the shoulders of giants, we are reminded of the importance of preserving the accumulation of human thought. Digital libraries have emerged as havens for information, fostering access to knowledge once restricted to a select few. The drive to ensure that all voices are heard and preserved continues, reflecting the same spirit believed to have resided within the legendary library of Ivan. As we reflect on the story of the lost library of Ivan the Terrible, it becomes evident that while the physical library may be lost, its metaphorical essence lives on. It teaches us that the pursuit of knowledge is a timeless endeavor, one that transcends borders, cultures, and eras. Each page we turn, each story we share, adds to the collective wisdom of humanity. Let us remain curious, unearthing the stories of the past while continually seeking new knowledge. Whether through books, discussions, or explorations, may we always strive to expand our understanding of the world around us. In doing so, we embrace the spirit of discovery, akin to that of Ivan the Terrible, seeking the lost treasures of knowledge that contribute to our shared human experience. The legend may be elusive, but its lessons remain profoundly relevant today. In the heart of Britain, near the picturesque landscape of North Yorkshire, lies a site known as Carr. This archaeological treasure has unveiled numerous mysteries about the lives of our prehistoric ancestors, particularly during a time known as the Mesolithic era, around 10,500 years ago. Among the most fascinating artifacts discovered at Carr are a series of remarkable red deer masks, which have sparked considerable intrigue among archaeologists, historians, and anyone passionate about understanding the human experience. Picture a group of early humans gathered in a lush, wooded area, surrounded by the sounds of nature. The gentle rustle of leaves, the call of distant birds, and the soft padding of deer hooves on the forest floor create an ever-present backdrop. In this environment, the red deer held significant meaning, not just as a source of food, but as symbols woven into the cultural fabric of Mesolithic life. The red deer masks, made from the skulls of these majestic creatures, suggest a connection that goes beyond the mundane aspects of survival. They hint at a world rich with rituals and beliefs that are now lost to time. These masks are not just remnants of materials. They represent a complex interplay between humans and the natural world. Crafted with care, they showcase the artistry and skill of the people who inhabited Carr. Imagine the individuals who painstakingly shaped these masks, their fingers working deftly against the bone, creating something that transcended mere utility. Each mask reveals the inherent artistry of ancient Britain and offers insight into the purposes they might have served. Were they worn during rituals to, perhaps, honor the spirit of the deer? Did they play a role in communal gatherings that celebrated life and nature? The presence of red deer at Carr is particularly revealing. Archaeological evidence points to a well-established hunting tradition in which these animals were a primary target. The masks could have been more than just adornments. They may have been integral to hunting practices or communal ceremonies that recognize the importance of these animals within the tribe. This connection between humans and deer opens up a wealth of possibilities about the social and spiritual life of the people who lived there. Moreover, the significance of these masks raises questions about identity and representation in prehistoric society. They embody a moment when humans sought to align themselves with the powerful characteristics of the creatures they revered. By donning such masks, individuals might have felt a deeper bond with the deer, tapping into its spirit, strength, and agility. This provides a compelling argument for the masks being used as part of ritualistic practices, perhaps to enhance the hunter's prowess or to invite the favor of the animal spirits. The craftsmanship involved in creating these masks is a window into the technological prowess of the time. The ability to fashion such intricate designs from red deer skulls indicates a remarkable understanding of both hunting and artistic technique. This craftsmanship suggests that the people of Saqqara possessed a sophisticated culture, one that appreciated not only survival, but also the aesthetics of their daily lives and practices. In addition to their ceremonial functions, these masks foster discussions about the symbolic meanings embedded in art and expression. Artistic representations often hold layers of meaning, reflecting a society's values, fears, and aspirations. The masks could symbolize transformation, as the wearer embodied the spirit of the deer, or they may have been a form of storytelling, a visual narrative communicating the relationship between humans and nature. Just imagine the stories that these masks could tell if only they could speak. Explorations of Saqqara and its artifacts continue to evoke curiosity and debate among scholars. The red deer masks stand at the forefront of discussions about ritual, identity, and the human experience in the prehistoric landscape. Each mask discovered adds depth to our understanding of the social structures and spiritual beliefs of the people who roamed this land thousands of years ago. The journey to comprehend these masks is as intriguing as their existence. As researchers meticulously study their context, materials, and possible uses, they endeavor to peel back the layers of time, revealing glimpses of a world we can only imagine. What were the beliefs that influenced their creation? How did these early humans relate to their environment, and what can we learn from them? Engaging with such artifacts encourages not only an appreciation for our ancestors, but also a reflection on the interconnectedness of culture and nature. As we ponder the significance of the red deer masks, we are reminded of the eternal quest for meaning that defines the human spirit. The masks are not merely archaeological finds. They are links to a distant past, rich with stories, emotions, and a profound connection to the natural world. Saqqara continues to be a critical site for understanding the Mesolithic era. As researchers delve into the significance of the red deer masks, they contribute to the broader narrative of human history and our relationship with the environment. Each layer of discovery invites us to reconnect with the essence of what it means to be human, to explore the stories of those who came before us, and to celebrate the creativity and resilience that have defined human existence across the ages. The masks of Saqqara represent more than an artifact. They hold within them the spirit of a vibrant community, unified by their connection to the land and the creatures that inhabit it, reminding us that we are all part of a much larger tapestry. The Lady of the Spiked Throne is a remarkable artifact that beckons from the deep past of ancient India, serving as a window into a world that resonates with mystery and intrigue. This terracotta figure, estimated to be more than 2,000 years old, presents a vivid representation of the artistry and cultural nuances of its time. It was discovered among the ruins of what is believed to be an ancient settlement, a site rich in archaeological significance, which adds layers to its compelling narrative. This figure is striking in its appearance. It depicts a woman seated on a high, ornate throne, featuring spikes that protrude upward, suggesting a sense of authority and power. The craftsmanship is extraordinary, showcasing the skills of artisans who lived long ago. Intricate details in the attire of the lady, from the patterned garment draping elegantly to her meticulously crafted jewelry, hint at a deeply embedded cultural context. Every aspect of her portrayal seems intentional, conveying messages that may have been vital to the people of that era. While there are many terracotta pieces from ancient civilizations, the Lady of the Spiked Throne stands out because of her enigmatic features. Scholars and historians have speculated about her identity and the significance of the throne. Some propose that she may represent a goddess or a priestess, embodying divine authority and spiritual leadership. The spikes on the throne have sparked further discussion, leading some to consider them as symbols of protection or power, while others interpret them as a display of dominance, adding a layer of complexity to her portrayal. The context in which the Lady of the Spiked Throne was discovered provides further intrigue. Unearthed in a region known for its rich cultural heritage and diverse traditions, the artifact invites discussions about ceremonial practices. Was she a focal point in religious rituals? Did she serve as a guardian of cultural values or beliefs? These questions linger, drawing researchers to explore not only her physical form, but also the societal structures of the people who created her. Moreover, this piece taps into broader themes within ancient civilization. The role of women in society is often a topic of fascination, and this figure could reflect the status of women in ancient Indian society. While much of history tends to focus on male rulers and figures of authority, the prominence of the Lady of the Spiked Throne may suggest that women held significant places in the socio-political or religious spheres. This invites a re-examination of narratives surrounding gender roles in antiquity. Through the years, the Lady of the Spiked Throne has inspired various interpretations. Some see her as a representation of femininity intertwined with power, a figure not just of beauty, but of strength and influence. Others view her as a testament to the artistic expressions of her time, an artifact that contributes to our understanding of aesthetics and craftsmanship. Each interpretation serves to deepen our appreciation of ancient Indian culture, while simultaneously highlighting the ongoing mystery that surrounds the figure. Art, in many forms, serves as a means of communication across time. The Lady of the Spiked Throne encapsulates this notion, as her very presence speaks to us about the values, beliefs, and artistic endeavors of an ancient civilization. From the way she is formed to the expressions captured in her seemingly serene features, it is as if she invites the observer to ponder not only her identity, but also the lives of those who lived in her world. As we continue to explore the nuances of this artifact, the dialogue surrounding her legacy grows richer. Scholars pore over texts and records, searching for clues that might reveal the cultural practices of her time. Each hint, each discovery, allows for a more nuanced understanding of the time she represents, drawing connections between artifacts and the broader scope of human experience. In examining the Lady of the Spiked Throne, we are reminded that history is often multi-layered and complex. This lady, with her regal demeanor and the mystery of her throne, embodies a story that remains partially untold, waiting patiently for those willing to explore its depths. As we delve into her world, we uncover not just her story, but also the echoes of countless lives, cultures, and traditions that shaped the ancient landscape of India. Each detail invites us to reflect on how artifacts like her serve as links to our past. They hold the power to transport us back in time, offering glimpses of how people lived, worshipped, and expressed themselves. The beauty of the Lady of the Spiked Throne lies not only in her physical form, but also in the myriad questions she raises, inspiring curiosity and wonder about the life she silently observes. This terracotta figure will continue to draw interest and debate, encapsulating a profound connection between our present and the distant past. In a world where many stories remain unheard, she stands as a testament to the artistry and cultural depth of ancient India, inviting scholars and enthusiasts alike to engage with history in vibrant and meaningful ways. The Lady of the Spiked Throne ensures that history is not merely a record of dates and events, but a rich tapestry woven from the threads of human experience, emotion, and creativity. In the heart of the English countryside, tucked within the grounds of Shugborough Hall, lies a monument that has intrigued and baffled both historians and cryptographers for centuries. This monument, known for its remarkable inscription, invites visitors to ponder a riddle steeped in mystery and history. The Shugborough Inscription, a series of letters and symbols carved into the base of a prominent statue, stands as a silent enigma that captivates the minds of those who encounter it. The monument dates back to the 18th century, constructed under the patronage of Thomas Anson, a member of the English gentry with a keen interest in literature and the arts. His love for the classics and the works of antiquity is showcased in this unique tribute, known as the Shepherd's Monument. Here, in the picturesque grounds of Shugborough Hall, the inscription reads, Do Uos V a V, a sequence of letters that seems simple yet evokes a sense of profound complexity. First discovered in the early 1800s, the inscription has prompted an array of interpretations and theories. From the moment it caught the eye of curious onlookers, scholars from various fields and amateur enthusiasts have dedicated themselves to deciphering its meaning. Each letter represents a piece of a grand puzzle, yet the solution remains tantalizingly out of reach. The letters, stacked together, hint at a message, perhaps even a profound secret, that Thomas Anson intended to convey. Among the most captivating interpretations is the idea that the inscription is a form of personal code, perhaps referencing the Anson family, or a literary work that resonated with Thomas. Some believe it could be related to the themes found in classic texts, such as those of Virgil or even the Bible. Yet, despite considerable analysis, none of these theories have provided a definitive answer. Instead, the inscription elicits more questions than it answers, as scholars delve deeper into the annals of history and literature. Theories about what the inscription could mean have ranged widely. One popular suggestion is that it connects to the motto of the Knights Templar, creating a link between the monument and a wider network of secret societies. Others speculate that it might represent a philosophical or moral message, reflecting the ideals and convictions of the Enlightenment period prevalent in Anson's time. With each theory, however, come more complexities, as no single interpretation has gained widespread acceptance. Among those who take a particular interest in the inscription are cryptographers. They utilize their skills to analyze the sequence of letters, experimenting with various decoding techniques, including substitutions, anagrams, and numeric representations. Yet, even with advancements in cryptographic methods, the inscription continues to resist definitive interpretation. This ongoing struggle reflects not just the intricacies of the letters themselves, but also the richness of the history surrounding Shugborough Hall. The significance of Shugborough Hall itself enhances the allure of this inscription. The hall, along with its surrounding grounds, was designed as a place of beauty and intellectual engagement. It boasts an array of architectural features, stunning landscapes, and artistic sculptures, all of which contribute to the serene atmosphere and historic charm. The grounds invite visitors to explore and reflect, providing a fitting backdrop to an inscription that encapsulates the quest for knowledge and understanding. One cannot help but wonder whether Thomas Anson intended for the inscription to be a riddle, a challenge left for future generations to solve. Did he know that his message would mystify and confound those who came after him? Or perhaps his aim was simply to celebrate the beauty of language and its ability to evoke wonder, leaving behind an enduring legacy that transcends time. Beyond the personal stories of scholars and enthusiasts, the encounter with the inscription resonates at a universal level. It speaks to our inherent desire to uncover the mysteries of the past, to connect with ideas and individuals who have long since departed. Each visit to Shugborough Hall carries with it the weight of history, the allure of cryptic messages, and the tantalizing potential for revelation. While the scholars may grapple with this intrigue, the inscription has also found a place in popular culture. It is often referenced in literature, documentaries, and discussions about codes and ciphers. In settings from local history groups to academic conferences, the Shugborough inscription continues to spark conversation and debate about the art of deciphering messages, the meaning we attach to words and symbols, and the historical figures who inspired their creation. The monument stands as a testament to human curiosity, reflecting both our longing for understanding and the enchantment of the unknown. The Shugborough inscription is not just a series of letters. It is a symbol of the quest for connection between past and present, known and unknown. Every interpretation adds a layer to the ongoing dialogue, enriching the fabric of history and inviting each new generation to join in the search for meaning. In a world increasingly defined by instant answers and accessible information, the mystery of the Shugborough inscription serves as a reminder of the beauty in unanswered questions. It encourages us to explore not just what is clear at first glance, but also to delve deeper, to ask more thoughtful inquiries, and to appreciate the complexities that life and history alike have to offer. As visitors wander the grounds of Shugborough Hall, they are not merely stepping into a historical site, but rather stepping into an ongoing story, one where the quest for understanding and discovery continues to thrive amidst the whispers of the past. In the small town of London, Texas, in the summer of 1934, an unusual discovery was made that has intrigued researchers and captivated the public's mind for decades. It all began when a local man named Max Hahn was out collecting rocks to use as a decorative feature in his garden. While excavating, Hahn stumbled upon an unusual rock formation that would soon become a focal point of controversy in the scientific community. Inside this rock, Hahn discovered an iron hammer. What made this hammer particularly fascinating is not simply its presence, but the time period it appears to suggest. The hammer became known as the London Hammer, and its story raises intriguing questions regarding the age of the artifact and the implications it has on our understanding of history. To comprehend its significance, let us first examine the hammer itself. The London hammer is a rusted iron tool, not unlike those that were commonly used in the 19th century. It measures approximately 8 inches long, and it features a wooden handle, partially preserved within the stone. When scientists took a closer look, they were astonished to find that the hammer had been encased in limestone, which was dated to be around 400 million years old. This is where the puzzle begins. What does it mean for a modern tool associated with humans to be found within such ancient rock? It poses profound challenges to our current understanding of human history and technology. Historically, humans as we know them have been present for only a fraction of that vast time scale. So how could a hammer from the 19th century be embedded in rock that formed over hundreds of millions of years? The discussions surrounding the London hammer ignite a broader conversation about the dating of artifacts and the geological processes that shape our planet. Could it be that the methodology behind determining the ages of rocks and fossils is flawed? Some skeptical researchers argue against the hammer's age, proposing that it could have been accidentally placed in the limestone long after its creation, merely appearing as if it had emerged from the depths of time itself. As with many intriguing artifacts, there have been claims and counterclaims. Superficially, one might suggest that it is merely an oddity, a curious story that has captured the imaginations of those fascinated by the mysteries of our past. Various theories have emerged over the years, encompassing everything from hoaxes to simple misunderstandings of geological history. Yet, this hammer persists in the limelight, challenging us to rethink the narrative of human existence and the timelines that define it. Those drawn to the London hammer find themselves embarking on an adventure of exploration. The very idea that ancient geological formations may hold remnants of more contemporary life encourages a rethink of the known historical constraints. If indeed the hammer is authentic and dated properly, could there be other tools or artifacts waiting to be discovered, leading to revelations about human history far beyond our current grasp? This discovery has also spurred interest in the relationships between humanity and the geological elements of the Earth. For instance, consider how tools have evolved over time. The London hammer serves as a remarkable identifier of a bygone era, much like other tools that may showcase the ingenuity of humankind. When did we first start crafting tools? Why did the methods and materials change over the centuries? These questions push us to evaluate the evolutionary journey of humankind and how it is intertwined with our environment. Additionally, discussions about this hammer encourage the exploration of ancient civilizations. It invites curiosity regarding the technological capabilities of past cultures. Could there have been ancient societies with more sophisticated tools than history attributes to them? The hammer ignites imaginations with stories learned and those yet to be uncovered. As we ponder these wonders, the topic of the London hammer also delves into the nature of scientific inquiry itself. How do we determine the legitimacy of historical claims? The debate surrounding the hammer demonstrates the importance of rigorous testing and open dialogue within the scientific community. Research surrounding historical artifacts often reveals varying interpretations based on findings and methodologies. The dialogue encapsulated in the story of the London hammer highlights the beautiful complexity involved in uncovering and studying our collective history. Questions abound, and as we explore them, we must remember the powerful role that curiosity plays in our quest for understanding. The excitement can also be contagious, as it combines elements of geology, archaeology, and history in a thrilling tapestry of discovery. Each side of the story can present compelling arguments, whether proponents defend the hammer's ancient origins or skeptics point to contextual placement. All around, the London hammer shines a spotlight on the intricate dance of evidence and theory that shapes our comprehension of civilization. Even beyond geological implications, the hammer represents the connection we have with our past. Every artifact serves as a bridge to bygone eras, each telling a story of human survival, ingenuity, and adaptation. The London hammer is no exception, and it encourages reflections on how technology and tools reflect the values and needs of a particular time and culture. In conclusion, the London hammer stands as more than just an unusual object encased in ancient rock. It embodies a myriad of questions about time, humanity, and the quest for understanding. Its presence continues to spark debate, fuel inquiry, and challenge our assumptions, making it a remarkable artifact that resonates profoundly in our search for the truth about our past. Such stories deepen our appreciation for the mysteries of history and inspire future generations to explore and unravel the enigmas of civilization. The journey initiated by the London hammer encourages a spirit of discovery, that spans all fields of knowledge, reminding us that the past is filled with as many questions as there are answers. The story of Phaeton, a figure from ancient mythology, is one that intrigues and captivates both historians and astronomers alike. From cultures across the globe, tales of a celestial body that once roamed the skies bring forth questions about our universe's history and the possibility of lost worlds. In Greek mythology, Phaeton was known as the son of the sun god Helios. Yearning to prove his divine lineage, he sought permission to drive the chariot of the sun across the sky, a task reserved only for his father. Helios reluctantly granted his request, but Phaeton's lack of experience quickly became evident. As he struggled to control the fiery steeds, chaos ensued. He veered too close to the earth, scorching vast landscapes, and then soared too high into the heavens, freezing the ground below. Ultimately, his reckless journey ended in tragedy, as Zeus intervened, striking him down with a thunderbolt and plunging him into the river Eridanus. However, this myth resonates far beyond its ancient origins. It echoes across various cultures, with similar stories emerging from different parts of the world. Native American tribes, for instance, tell of a great sun spirit who, during a moment of mischief, caused the earth to suffer extreme weather. The connection between these narratives hints at a shared experience or a common astronomical event that transcends time and geography. The most compelling aspect of the Phaeton myth is the theory surrounding a lost planet, sometimes referred to as Phaeton or even Theia, lying between Mars and Jupiter. This planet, according to some hypotheses, may have existed millennia ago and met its demise in a cataclysmic event, sending debris across our solar system. The remnants of this celestial body might have contributed to the formation of the asteroid belt we observe today, a lingering reminder of a planet that once thrived. Astronomers and scientists have long speculated about the existence of this lost planet. The gravitational influences from a hypothetical Phaeton could explain certain irregularities in the orbits of Mars and Jupiter. Furthermore, the planet could have harbored water and life, making its potential existence all the more fascinating. What kind of civilizations might have thrived on Phaeton before its untimely end? Ancient texts and archaeological finds suggest that many cultures possessed advanced knowledge of their surroundings, hinting that they could have witnessed changes made by this lost world. Many find the idea of a wanderer planet even more compelling. Imagine a planet, unlike Earth, with a dynamic climate, rotating in an unpredictable orbit, perhaps colliding with other celestial objects. Such events would have created dramatic shifts in the solar system's configuration, echoing the chaos and tumult depicted in the Phaeton myth. Some researchers propose that this lost planet might have left a mark on the inner solar system through meteor impacts that align with the timeline of ancient civilizations. Moreover, the resonance of Phaeton's fate with modern astronomical events suggests an intriguing connection. With our current quest to explore other planets and the sample return missions from asteroids, we stand on the brink of uncovering the secrets of the past. As we send spacecraft to delve into the depths of the asteroid belt, we might stumble upon the remnants of this long-lost planet, pieces of a puzzle that could reshape our understanding of cosmic history. Communities around the world continue to share in the retelling of these stories. Their resilience also serves as a testament to humanity's relentless curiosity about the cosmos. Just as ancient societies looked to the heavens for guidance, so too do we gaze upward, searching for signs and understanding from the stars above. The myth of Phaeton reminds us of the fascination ancient people had with the solar system and their astute observations of celestial phenomena. This connection to the cosmos sparked the imaginations of those who may have crafted stories around the stars, blending the natural world with elements of divine intervention. The ancients sought to explain the unexplainable with narratives that continue to resonate today. In considering the implications of a lost planet, we reflect upon our own experiences on Earth. Are we, like Phaeton, vulnerable to the forces of our own making? The seasonal cycles and celestial events are constant reminders of the fragile balance within our universe. From the stories of a great sun chariot set ablaze to the scientific inquiries that seek to piece together our solar system's tapestry, the narrative of Phaeton is always evolving. As we delve deeper into the mysteries of the universe, let us stay inspired by the tales woven through time and the lessons they impart. Through scientific discovery, we may unearth not only the remnants of Phaeton, but insights that resonate with our understanding of existence. The pursuit of knowledge is never-ending, and the exploration of our celestial neighborhood may illuminate pathways yet journeyed by our ancestors. As each generation unfolds the layers of history written across the stars, we keep the spirit of Phaeton alive, exploring the cosmic dance of planets, myths, and the intricate nature of our reality. The stories we tell today will intertwine with those of the past, weaving a rich tapestry of humanity's quest for truth, both on Earth and among the stars. Deep within the heart of South Africa lies a mystery that has captured the imagination of scientists, historians, and enthusiasts alike. The Klerksdorp Spheres, small metallic-looking spheres buried in ancient rock formations, present an enigma that spans the realms of geology, archaeology, and even extraterrestrial theories. Discovered in the Klerksdorp area, these peculiar objects are believed to be billions of years old, dating back to a time long before modern civilization. These spheres differ in size, with most measuring a few centimeters in diameter, though some can reach up to several centimeters across. Their surface is often noted for its unusual texture, featuring distinct grooves and patterns that add to their air of mystery. The Klerksdorp Spheres are not alone in this world. Similar formations have been found in various parts of the globe, but the South African discovery has stood out due to the astonishing conditions under which they were formed. Geological studies suggest that the Klerksdorp Spheres are pyrophyllite, a mineral found in metamorphic rock formations. They are thought to have originated during the Precambrian era, which began over 4 billion years ago. During this expansive stretch of geological time, the Earth was radically different, dominated by extreme volcanic activity and a hostile atmosphere, paving the way for the formation of these intriguing objects. The origin of these spheres has sparked a multitude of theories. Some scientists argue that they are naturally occurring formations shaped by geological processes. They suggest that over millions of years, specific sedimentary conditions could have led to the sphere's creation, with minerals precipitating and forming these perfectly rounded objects. Others suggest a biogenic origin, positing that life forms similar to those we observe today might have existed in ancient environments. This idea opens the door to profound questions about Earth's history and the life forms it has hosted. However, the Klerksdorp Spheres have also been the subject of more fantastical theories. Some speculate that these objects might be evidence of ancient extraterrestrial technology, or even artifacts left by advanced civilizations that once roamed the Earth long before humans. These claims often arise from the peculiar grooves and markings seen on their surfaces, which some interpret as signs of machining or purposeful design. Traditional scientific thought, however, attributes these characteristics to natural erosion processes. One fascinating aspect of the Klerksdorp Spheres is their high iron content, which attracts curiosity regarding the processes that enrich them with metal. This has led to further exploration and study, as scientists attempt to understand the mineralogy of these small spherical wonders. The spheres have provoked debates about Earth's geological history and the evolution of life on our planet. Engaging in this dialogue allows for a reflective journey through deep time, contemplating what it means to exist on a planet shaped by forces far beyond our control. The process by which the Klerksdorp spheres were formed illustrates the complex interplay of geological and chemical factors that take place over billions of years. Examining these spheres provides insight into the early Earth and the dynamic changes that have shaped its surface. Imagine how the young Earth appeared, with swirling gases, raging volcanoes, and a surface in constant turmoil. In this chaotic womb of creation, the Klerksdorp spheres emerged, silent witnesses to the planet's evolution. Visitors to South Africa are often drawn to the idea of witnessing these peculiar spheres firsthand. Many local businesses offer tours, providing insights into the geological background of the area, as well as the legends that surround these mysterious formations. Locals recount tales of discoveries found within the mines, sparking interest and fascination among tourists and researchers alike. The Klerksdorp spheres have become more than geological curiosities. They are symbols of the rich history and mystery that permeate South African soil. Moreover, the spheres inspire artists, writers, and dreamers. They evoke ideas of ancient wisdom and the possibility of forgotten knowledge hidden within the earth. Inspiration flows from their mystery, igniting imaginations and prompting questions about humanity's own place in the cosmos. When gazing upon these spheres, one might wonder what stories they could tell about the time before time, the epochs of history that our planet has witnessed. In a world filled with certainties, the Klerksdorp spheres remind us of the importance of curiosity and exploration. They challenge the way we perceive our past, encouraging us to look beyond the established narratives and consider the mysteries that still dwell in the shadows of our history. What else might be waiting to be discovered beneath the surface? What ancient truths lie buried beneath layers of rock, mineral, and time? Many continue to study the Klerksdorp spheres, seeking further understanding of their composition, formation, and significance within Earth's lengthy narrative. Advances in technology foster new avenues for exploration, with scientists eager to utilize modern research methods to uncover their secrets. Every finding adds another layer to an intricate puzzle that extends far into the past while still resonating in our present. Ultimately, the Klerksdorp spheres are not just geological formations. They serve as a gateway to profound questions that challenge our understanding of life and the universe. They stand as a testament to the allure of the unknown and to the endless curiosity embedded in the human spirit. The spheres whisper secrets of an ancient Earth, inviting us to listen, explore, and ponder the mysteries that connect us to the universe and to each other. So, while the origins of the Klerksdorp spheres may never be fully understood, they will continue to be a beacon of intrigue, inspiring generations to dream and discover. Deep beneath the ocean's surface, an extraordinary phenomenon was recorded in the late 90s that has since intrigued scientists and ocean enthusiasts alike. This phenomenon is known as the Bloop, an ultra-low-frequency sound that resonates with a power and mystery unlike anything else captured by human ears. Detected in 1997 by the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, or NOAA, the Bloop drew immediate attention for one simple reason. It was unlike any sound produced by humans or known marine life. Imagine a sound so deep it feels like it vibrates through your whole body. The Bloop is a low-frequency noise, detectable over thousands of miles, making the ocean a medium so vast that even whispers can resonate far and wide. Its frequencies rested between 10 and 50 hertz, frequencies lower than most sounds we encounter in our daily lives. To put that into perspective, a typical human voice ranges from 85 to 255 hertz. The Bloop possesses such deep and powerful qualities that it could carry across the ocean and be detected by distant hydrophones, which are underwater microphones designed to capture sounds below the surface. Researching the origin of the Bloop has sparked a flurry of theories and debates. Initially, many speculated that it could have come from a massive underwater creature, perhaps a leviathan, akin to the mythical sea monsters of lore. Speculations were fueled by tales of animals existing in the ocean's depths that remain completely undiscovered. This notion captures the human imagination, as the sea is still largely unexplored and holds many secrets. Some marine biologists considered the possibility of a gigantic creature, perhaps a colossal squid, or even a new species previously unknown to science. The oceans cover more than 70% of our planet, reinforcing the idea that there are many wonders still waiting to be uncovered. However, as researchers delved deeper, the mystery began to unfold in a different direction. Analysis of the sound waves suggested that the Bloop's signature resembled patterns produced by ice calving, particularly large icebergs breaking apart in frigid waters. The chilly southern ocean near Antarctica is a region known for such activities, and it was found that icebergs could create vibrations akin to those captured in the Bloop. The sheer scale of an iceberg crumbling under the weight of itself produces sounds that can travel immense distances in the surrounding waters. Despite the scientific explanations, the allure of the Bloop only intensified. It highlights the wonders and the vastness of the ocean, a realm that seems almost endless and full of enigmas. Think about the mysteries waiting beneath the waves, creatures with glowing bodies, intricate ecosystems thriving in utter darkness, and underwater landscapes shaped by forces far beyond human control. Each dive into this world offers new surprises and discoveries, leading to questions that have yet to be answered. The ocean serves as a reminder of how little we know about our planet. The Bloop encourages a sense of wonder that reaches far beyond just sound. It sparks curiosity about the creatures inhabiting the deep, the processes forming underwater landscapes, and the potential for life-saving discoveries hidden in the shadows of the seafloor. Scientists continue to explore these mysteries, using advanced technology and tools to investigate the ocean's depths, studying the interactions within the underwater ecosystem, and searching for new species. One captivating aspect of the Bloop is how it became a part of modern folklore and popular culture. Intrigued, many people began to draw connections between the Bloop and legendary sea creatures from myth and literature. Imaginations have run wild, with visions of octopuses the size of ships or ancient sea serpents rising from the watery deep. While some may dismiss these ideas as fantasy, they reflect the deep-rooted fascination humans have always had with the powers of nature. We yearn for stories that bind us to each other and the mysteries that exist just beyond what we understand. In addition to sparking a wealth of myths, the Bloop has ignited conversations around ocean conservation. The sound reminds listeners of the ocean's delicate balance. It serves as a call to action, urging us to protect these vast bodies of water that cover our planet. Humanity faces many challenges concerning marine life, from pollution to overfishing. The existence of phenomena like the Bloop, invites us to advocate for scientific exploration and preservation of our ocean. Protecting these environments allows us to continue learning more about the wonders that lie beneath. New technologies and methods are emerging that aid in our understanding of underwater soundscape. Hydroacoustic monitoring is just one innovative tool used to listen closely to the myriad sounds of marine life, communicating, navigating, and thriving. By listening carefully to the ocean, scientists can gather information about animal populations, map habitats, and track changes over time. These advancements help paint a clearer picture of the vibrant life in underwater ecosystems. As we continue to explore the depths of the ocean, mysteries like the Bloop serve as a reminder that our quest for understanding is ongoing. Each discovery opens new questions, prompting further investigation into the unknown. The Bloop, with its captivating sound haunting the depths, symbolizes the allure of the sea and the excitement inherent in discovering what lies beneath its surface. Ultimately, the Bloop captures the essence of exploration and the curiosity that drives us to understand our world more profoundly. As technology advances and we plunge further into the ocean's depths, we may one day uncover the secrets of the Bloop. And until then, it invites us to listen, to wonder, and to embrace the marvels that the great blue holds within its depth. So as we contemplate this great mystery, let us also celebrate the boundless allure of the ocean and its endless stories, calling us to venture forth and learn just a little more about the vast world we inhabit. Deep within the heart of the ancient Indus Valley, the city of Mohenjo-daro stands as a testament to one of the earliest urban civilizations on Earth. This city, which dates back to around 2500 BCE, showcases the ingenuity and complexity of its time, with advanced drainage systems, large granaries, and houses made of baked brick. However, among its many mysteries, the most captivating remains the sudden and unexplained deaths of its inhabitants. Archaeologists first unearthed the skeletons in Mohenjo-daro during the early excavations in the early 20th century. The remains of these individuals were found scattered throughout the city, often in situ, lying on the ground where they had once lived. What makes these skeletons particularly intriguing is their disposition. Many were found in unusual positions, and evidence suggests that they may have died quite suddenly and under mysterious circumstances. Theories surrounding these sudden deaths range from natural disasters to epidemics. One prevalent hypothesis is that a catastrophic flood may have swept through Mohenjo-daro. The lush environment of the Indus Valley, while ideal for agriculture, was also susceptible to the seasonal monsoons. Extreme weather could have caused the Indus River to overflow, leading to sudden inundation. Such an event would have dramatically affected the population, leaving them with little time to react and escape to safety. Another compelling theory points to the possibility of a widespread epidemic. Anthropological studies have indicated that some remains show signs of diseases that could have spread rapidly among the tightly knit community. In a city with an estimated population of around 40,000, it wouldn't take long for a virulent illness to cause severe casualties. This idea draws interesting parallels to modern epidemiological studies, where the spread of disease within urban centers can lead to significant loss of life in a very short period. Interestingly, some findings suggest that the individuals who died were not all elderly or otherwise particularly vulnerable. Instead, many of the remains belonged to young adults and children, which amplifies the mystery surrounding these untimely deaths. This has led researchers to delve deeper into other factors that may have contributed to the unexpected demise of this ancient population. While the idea of a catastrophic plague or natural disaster might seem like a fitting explanation, Researchers have also entertained the notion that the people of Mohenjo-daro faced challenges that resulted from their own advancements. The Indus Valley civilization was notable for its progress, yet like many thriving civilizations throughout history, this advancement sometimes came with unforeseen consequences. For example, changes in agricultural practices and water management may have led to issues such as salinization of soil. This could have resulted in food shortages, overcrowding, and associated social stress that would have affected mortality rate. Another strand of investigation revolves around the possibility of conflict. Although archaeological evidence of warfare in Mohenjo-daro is sparse, it is conceivable that interpersonal violence or external threats could have played a role in the community's decline. Some skeletal findings suggest blunt force trauma, which could indicate that conflicts arose among the populace or with neighboring communities. Despite these various hypotheses, the evidence remains inconclusive, leaving modern archaeologists grappling with the enigma of Mohenjo-daro. Each theory creates a narrative in which the inhabitants struggled against both nature and each other, striving to maintain their vibrant civilization. Yet, as layers of time have settled over the ruins, the true circumstances of their sudden demise remain locked within the bones buried beneath the ancient bricks. Ongoing archaeological efforts continue to unearth new discoveries, with each excavation offering a glimpse into the lives and untimely deaths of these remarkable individuals. The crumbling streets of Mohenjo-daro whisper stories of their history, and researchers cling to the hope that one day new evidence will shed light on the mysterious end of this once flourishing city. In exploring the mystery of the skeletons of Mohenjo-daro, we delve not only into an archaeological puzzle, but also into the broader themes of human resilience and vulnerability. These men, women, and children lived, thrived, and faced challenges that mirror those of modern communities. While we may never fully understand the events that led to their abrupt departures, their story connects us to a time long past and serves as a reminder of the constant ebb and flow of civilization. In essence, the skeletons of Mohenjo-daro provide us with not only remains, but a profound mystery that bridges the gap between our present and their past. They challenge us to ponder the capabilities of ancient societies, the fragility of life, and the ways in which our stories intertwine with those who came before us. The echoes of their lives, their challenges, and perhaps their last moments linger in the very stones of Mohenjo-daro, awaiting the day when their secrets may become clearer than the dusty annals of time currently allow. The Minaret of Jam is a striking monument that stands proudly in the remote landscape of Afghanistan. Nestled in the heart of the Ghor province, it rises dramatically from the earth, reaching a height of over 63 meters. Its presence is both awe-inspiring and a reminder of the complex tapestry of history that has played out in this region over the centuries. This medieval structure has captured the imagination of historians, archaeologists, and travelers alike due to its enchanting beauty and enigmatic past. Thought to have been constructed in the 12th century, the minaret is believed to have been built as a part of a larger city known as Firuzkoh, which served as the capital for the Ghourid dynasty. This dynasty was known for its significant role in the spread of Islam in South Asia and for their impressive architectural achievements. However, despite its grandeur, much about the Minaret of Jam remains wrapped in historical uncertainty. The exact date of its construction is still debated, as well as the specific reasons behind its creation. Was it purely a minaret for a mosque, a watchtower, or perhaps a symbol of power for the Ghourid rulers? The minaret is adorned with exquisite brickwork and intricate geometric patterns, showcasing the remarkable craftsmanship of the artisans of that era. The blue and turquoise tiles that embellish its facade reflect the natural beauty surrounding it, blending seamlessly with the rugged landscape. As you gaze upon the tower, it is impossible not to be struck by its elegance and the skill required to create such a masterpiece with the limited technology of the time. Standing solitary in a remote valley, the Minaret of Jam illustrates a contrast between human achievement and the vastness of its surroundings. The rugged mountains embrace it like ancient guardians, whispering stories of times long past. The nearby river adds an additional layer of serenity to this majestic structure, creating a serene backdrop that invites contemplation and wonder. Its isolation seems to hint at the trials and tribulations faced by the once great civilization of the Gorids. Over the centuries, the Minaret of Jam has endured the trials of time and nature. It has weathered the elements while serving as a silent witness to the rise and fall of empires, the movement of peoples, and the shifting sands of history. The region itself has seen tumultuous events, from invasions to internal strife, and yet this remarkable tower stands resilient against the backdrop of change. This endurance becomes particularly poignant when considering the tales of those who lived in its shadow. Traders, scholars, pilgrims, and warriors traversed this landscape, each leaving their unique imprint on its rich history. The architectural significance of the Minaret of Jam cannot be overstated. It stands as one of the finest examples of Islamic architecture in Afghanistan, celebrated not only for its height, but also for its artistic details. The use of inscriptions in Arabic is prevalent throughout the structure, conveying messages of faith, power, and artistry. From a distance, the tower may be perceived as a mere speck against the vast expanse of nature, but up close, the minaret reveals layers of meaning and history within its carefully crafted walls. In modern times, the Minaret of Jam has gained recognition as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, highlighting its importance not just to Afghanistan, but to humanity as a whole. The designation is a testament to its cultural and historical significance, as it draws attention to the need for preservation and appreciation of ancient monuments. Preservation efforts are ongoing, as both local and international organizations recognize the necessity of safeguarding this treasure amidst the threats posed by natural erosion, conflict, and neglect. As contemporary challenges loom over the region, the Minaret of Jam remains a symbol of resilience and continuity. Visitors and locals alike are drawn to its striking form, where the stories of the past converge with hopes for the future. Each interaction with the minaret deepens the understanding of a long-lost civilization and offers a glimpse into a time when it was part of a bustling settlement. Its solitary stature offers an opportunity for reflection, leading visitors to consider the transient nature of human existence and the legacies we leave behind. What will future generations remember about us as they gaze upon our creations? As the sun sets each evening, casting a warm glow upon the ancient bricks, it is not merely a structure that stands before us, but a testament to human ambition, creativity, and the pursuit of meaning in an ever-changing world. The Minaret of Jam is more than just a tower. It is a narrative steeped in mystery and history, encapsulating the rise and fall of civilizations, the artistry of its creators, and the indomitable spirit of a place that has endured through the sands of time. As it stands tall amidst the natural beauty of Afghanistan, it invites all who encounter it to explore the past, engage with the present, and reflect on the future. Visiting this remarkable monument is an invitation to connect with history that transcends time and geography, uniting all in our shared human experience.